Chargers, Seahawks, coming up on EA Sports as we come to you from Seattle, Washington for today's game.
AFC versus NFC as kickoff fast approaches, Phil.
Well, we have two teams that don't know each other very well. And when you don't know each other very well, you play cautious. And when you play cautious, you don't play as well as you should. So it should be a high-scoring game.
And he's tackled right at about the 28-yard line.
Look out, they're changing the play to take advantage of something they see on the defensive side.
Able to get a he's in the clear. Touchdown! And the early momentum in their favor as that touchdown puts them in front here in the first.
Oh, I love that word, momentum. The big Mo, and Big Mo is on their side. That is a great thing to have and a good feeling as a football team.
Inside of the uprights. Davis is going to test the coverage this time. And he's met head-on right there at the 20. Looks like they're in press coverage here. First down at the 20. And he's thrown to the ground.
It is truly a bonus when you can take your outside linebacker and let him rush the quarterback and he can get a sack. Nice job that time by the outside linebacker.
Second down now. Phillip Rivers from the shotgun. And it's swatted away.
Melvin Gordon, another in a long line of great running backs out of Wisconsin. And he can certainly be the guy that is the featured back for this roster.
I know this. When I saw him in college and getting ready for the draft, I thought that he is the surest thing as a running back in the NFL. He's going to come in and have success and be a terrific pro.
The Chargers get set at the line, needing to get to the 30 for a first. Rivers out of the gun. Locked in on the football and has hold of it with two hands. And there's a stop by the defense with the lead here early in the first. And now they'll look to extend the lead.
Yeah, now it's time to put the pressure on the other team. You find a way to score here, and I'll tell you what, I know it's early in the game, but it'll make you tight on the other side.
The Chargers take it from the 23. The Chargers turn the ball over on downs.
The Chargers that time go for it on fourth down, and they fail. I did not understand the decision, but you got to make sure your team doesn't get down from that. You got to keep them up.
Wilson's all by himself in the backfield for this snap. The Seahawks will use a timeout here. They'll talk it over before running a play on first down. Great starting field position for the offense.
Now he's going to change the play. Look out. I think he's going to go down the field with the football.
He'll throw it over the middle. Throws it in the end zone. Touchdown.
Nice throw by the quarterback that time. Put it right on the money. Not a big window. It doesn't matter to him today. Great control of the football. Put it right in there for the touchdown.
Davis running this one out. And they're all the 18-yard line.
The Chargers really let it all hang out the last time they had the ball, Phil. They went for it on 4th down to their own territory. Let's see if they're a little more conservative with this possession.
Well, you know, it's amazing. I want to say really a good defensive call by the defensive coordinator. But let's be honest, when you're backed up and you go for it on 4th down situation like that, anybody could have made that call. So just a bad decision on the offensive side.
If there was a beat writer covering this coach, what do you think the headline would be tomorrow in his story?
It'd probably be the first time I've ever agreed with the beat writer.
One player to watch at linebacker today. He'll be in on many tackles. Bobby Wagner.
He was drafted because he had great speed in college, and that speed you see at the NFL. He is a tackling machine and a great linebacker.
Failing to connect there, 3rd down. Rivers is back in shotgun formation. Incomplete, and this is going to be a 3-and-out.
The Chargers don't have a lot of options on 3rd and long situations. The pass goes incomplete, and the defense did a good job of staying back there and not giving up the deep throw. The quarterback's picked up on something. He's changing the play here.
Rivers will take the snap from the gun. And it's on target to Stevie Johnson. This Seahawks defense has to be demoralized by that 4th down conversion allowed.
I think any time on the defensive side when you give up a 4th down conversion, it is heartbreaking, and it has to be heartbreaking for the defense right now.
Lloyd had it, but couldn't hold on as the pass goes incomplete.
Got to give this secondary credit. In this passing league now, it's hard to make plays, but a good play there and another incomplete pass.
The Chargers will take the snap from the 35. Got hit on the release.
We're early in this one, but already a crucial 3rd and long play coming up.
These are tough situations. What are you going to do on the offensive side? There's only so much you can do. If I was the defense, I would look for a screen.
That last pass incomplete, and it brings up 3rd down. That's a timeout by the defense. Play number 6 coming up on this drive. The Chargers will look to get to the 45 to pick up a 1st down. The Chargers will take the snap from the 35. Bobby Wagner gets to the quarterback.
When you blitz on 3rd down, you hope to get to the quarterback. Here's why. Because there are less defensive backs back there. The chances of giving up the big play are pretty high, but the rush, they're quick enough. They get there, and they sack the QB.
Going for it on 4th down. The Chargers will look to get to the 45 to pick up a 1st down.
Doesn't like what he sees on the defensive side, so he is changing the play to the receivers by giving him hand signals.
Rivers looking long. The Chargers turn the ball over on downs.
The Chargers decided to go for it on 4th down that time, and hey, it didn't pay off. And of course, the coach, look at him now. He is second-guessing his decision.
Real good field position here to start this series. The Chargers with a nickel look here on defense.
D-line is shifting inside. They're pinching. I think they're expecting to run up the middle.
And they take him down.
This might not be nice to say, but every once in a while it's kind of fun to watch the quarterback get sacked like that. Good job by the defensive end.
They motion the receiver around to the other side. The Seahawks take it from the 38. Airing it out. The ball is jarred loose. He is the beast in the backfield. Running back Marshawn Lynch.
Marshawn Lynch drives his football team. He gives them a presence on the offensive side. His toughness just permeates through the whole football team. That's why they're so good.
Nice catch. And it's Eric Weddle who makes the tackle.
Well, the offense has done a good job getting down inside the 20 in the so-called red zone or green zone by some teams. But the defense, you can be a little more aggressive now because you don't have to worry about the length of the field. It is shortened, so take advantage of it and attack this offense a little more.
Play clock's running down. Lynch. Weddle was able to read that play and make the hit.
Oh, my gosh, it is the worst thing you can do on the offensive side. This drives coaches crazy. When you get down near the goal line, you run the football and you lose yards. That's just not being tough enough.
2nd and goal from the 7.
Throws the pass.
And there's a drop. One of the players to watch at linebacker today is Manti Te'o out of Notre Dame.
Yeah, he gained a lot of experience last year being a middle linebacker for the football team. Now you got to take that experience along with your talent and just be a star in 2014.
Oh, it almost picked off that time.
Gets tight down here in the red zone. So if you're a defender, read the quarterback. You make a quick break on the football. Hey, you get in position like this, and you can knock it down.
The coach is going to go for it.
The Chargers defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. Russell Wilson will take it from the gun.
And it's batted down.
Well, the quarterback can't get him open. He threw to the right guy that time, but the coverage was so good by the defense, nowhere to get the completion.
The Chargers with the ball back now, benefiting from the turnover after giving the ball up themselves just a few minutes earlier. We're seeing mistakes start to accumulate here, Phil, for both teams.
I think, Jim, that's what you call them. You call them mistakes. They are turnovers. They're just giving the football away. There's no excuse for that. Man, they got to tighten things up here in this game.
Oliver has the catch. That's Wagner making the stop. Press coverage all the way. Now 1st and 10. Keenan Allen brings it in.
On his way.
The 10, and he's in for the touchdown. What a play. What a run.
You never know with the talent of these guys nowadays. Little short passes. You think they're harmless, and look what happens. They got so much talent all the way down the field for the score.
Nick Novak ready for the kickoff.
Makes the catch at the 7. Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24. The Seahawks offense came out punching. Will this defense ever counterpunch, Phil?
I think it's about time the defense tries something differently, Jim. Hey, look, this offense is good. They're playing well, but they're not great, and they're not unstoppable. So change what you're doing on the defensive side and turn this tide.
Wilson from the shotgun.
Unbelievable grab.
I look at all these great tight ends in the NFL now. It makes me think of the NBA. These are power forwards who said to heck with that. They want to be pass catchers, and they're good at it. They're changing things here. The quarterback changing. He's giving the receiver some new instructions.
Wilson set. Empty backfield.
Second down and 10. Scanning the field. Pocket with the grab. He's going to be tackled right around the 21-yard line. That's his third catch of the day.
You just can't expect your defensive backs to cover that long. It's good coverage initially, but the quarterback had all day long, and sooner or later, these great receivers are going to get open.
Let's see how they back up the big play here. First down here after the completion. And the second quarter is underway with this snap. And they're all over him for the sack.
Well, if I was that quarterback, I'd be mad after getting sacked like that by the defensive end. Your offensive tackle's just got to do a better job.
Loss of 2 on that play. The Seahawks take it from the 23. To Jimmy Graham in the secondary. And they can't connect.
Third long situations, a lot of coordinators in this league will run a draw play on third long. Why? Because they're just looking for field position, pick up a few yards, and then by some miracle, if the running back's able to make guys miss, break some tackles, and pick up a first down, man, that's just gravy.
Tight end in motion. Third down and 12. Looking low. Did not get both feet down.
The Seahawks really don't have much of a chance of picking up this first.
That play is going to be challenged. There's no question he caught the ball, but there is a question whether or not he got both feet in bounds.
Well, first off, you want to make sure it's a clean catch on the sidelines. Does he have possession of the football? And then once you declare he has possession of the football, let's look down at both feet, see if they're in bounds, and don't forget, you must maintain possession of the football as you go to the ground.
Looking to go down the field here. What a catch. Touchdown.
Another touchdown early in the second quarter. And Phil, we met with this team and the coaches. Did you have any idea they were going to come out with this kind of start?
No, I didn't, Jim. They're doing a terrific job on the offensive side and scoring those points. I love what they're doing on the defensive side. Hey, when it's not working, you know what you do? You change game plans. That's what I want to see from the defense.
Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24.
The quarterback, he's changing the play with the wide receiver.
Ball is out, and the recovery is made by the defense.
As a quarterback, you got to know when to get rid of the football. That time, he just holds on it too long, takes the hit, and fumbles it. Bad job.
The Seahawks taking the field on offense, coming up a touchdown on their last drive, Phil.
Yeah, they did it mostly through the air, Jim, and I love the way how they did that. It was aggressive throwing by the quarterback, and my gosh, is he on target today.
Lynch lined up as the single back. First down at the 19. Legion takes down the quarterback.
Man, this defensive end, Jim, he is some talent. That time, good job, makes the move, shows the speed, and gets around there and gets the sack.
Wilson standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. Going for the deep ball, but it's incomplete.
Well, the quarterback that time tried to squeeze it into tight coverage, but no can do. The coverage is too good, and the football falls incomplete.
Wilson's got no one behind him, just a quarterback waiting for the snap. The Seahawks have it at the 29. Looking to go deep. Unable to complete that one, and that's a very quick 3 and out. They bring back out the offense to go for it.
Quarterback likes what he sees out there outside. He's changing the play with the wide receiver.
The Seahawks turn the ball over on down.
The Seahawks go for it on 4th down, and they do not get it done. Now it's up to their defense to bail them out.
The Chargers will try to put a little drive together and not give the football away, Phil, as each team seems to want to treat it like it's a hot potato.
Well, sometimes it is a hot potato. Did you know back in 1985, Jim, I set a record for fumbles in a football season? It wasn't easy to do, but I accomplished it. It was a lot of hard work, and I got it done. That is a good job. This running back, known for his speed, at that time shows a little power and breaks that tackle.
2nd and 3 coming up. Phillip Rivers has it under center. The Chargers snap it at the 36.
Looking across the middle, almost intercepted that time.
Incompletion by the quarterback that time. It was good, tight, man-to-man coverage.
The Chargers snap it at the 36. Gordon's going to receive the toss. The Chargers elect to go for it and bypass the punt on 4th down. The Chargers come to the line with a bunch set. Rivers out of the gun. And it's knocked down.
The Chargers that time go for it on 4th down, and they fail. I did not understand the decision, but you got to make sure your team doesn't get down from that. You got to keep them up.
The Seahawks offense now will try to sustain a drive after giving the ball away just a few minutes ago before their defense came up with a play to return the pigskin.
Man, they should thank the defense bailing them out of trouble getting that turnover. And you're right, they're just giving the football away, not being conscious of holding it the right way. It's just been sloppy play on the offense. Quarterback sees something in his defense he wants to take advantage of.
The Seahawks have it at the 34. Comes away with it in the red zone. What a job by the receiver, climbing the mountain and coming down with the reception.
Wow, climbing the mountain, that is a new one. What a good job. You're right. These wide receivers in the NFL now, they can go up and make unbelievable catches. And remember, you can't hit them until they come to the ground. That gives them a little more courage.
1st and goal from the 8.
Makes the catch. Touchdown.
We're midway through the 2nd quarter, and they're putting themselves in good shape for halftime.
Yeah, they are. That was a nice drive for a touchdown, but I'm looking at the defensive side. It's time for the captains on the defense to give everybody else a talk and shape things up and get back in this game.
Fields the football at the 3. And he's tackled just past the 20. We'll mark it at the 22-yard line. The corners are going to meet the receivers right on the line of scrimmage. And it's swatted away. Out of the shotgun. It's Rivers down the field. And it's incomplete.
Jones is going to be so mad at himself for dropping that football because receivers, you never know when your chance is going to come. And then finally, you get open, they call a play where you're the primary guy. It's right there, and you drop it. Well, don't get down on yourself. Stay up. The football will come your way again.
Allen's got the catch and the first. Phillip Rivers from the shotgun. And intercepted. They are completely out of sorts offensively, and now they add to the damage with the interception, Phil.
Yeah, when you get in situations like this, go back to the really simple things. Don't take a chance. Execute what you know you can do. If you do that, that'll give you some confidence, and then you'll start playing a lot better.
From the gun, Russell Wilson ready for the snap.
The wide receiver shifting around in motion.
Look out, they're changing the play to take advantage of something they see on the defensive side.
Pass hits the ground and goes incomplete on the short throw.
The 37 is the line of scrimmage.
The Seahawks from the 37. Pass is made, but the hit knocks the ball out. Incomplete.
Well, but it's third and long. I'll just say this, be very careful on the offensive side.
The Seahawks from the 37. Launching it deep. Can't find a mark, and this is going to bring up fourth down. Short series this time for the offense. Fourth down and 10, and they're going to go for it.
We're getting close to the 2-minute warning. Time for one more play.
Wilson from the shotgun. Heaving it down the field. Gonna take it home for the touchdown.
Another touchdown throw by the quarterback. I want to say he's having a terrific day, but as I watch it, hey, I think the defense is awful. And he's just taking advantage of an awful defense. But I'll give him credit. Just another touchdown for him.
He's got a chance to return this one.
That's Wagner making the stop. And a run back of about 17.
The Chargers offense back on the field trying to make up for that costly mistake the last time they had the ball. The turnover they committed immediately turned into points against them.
Yeah, it did, Jim, but you know what? It's not a perfect game. You got to deal with adversity when you're talking about football. So you made that mistake, let it go, and go out there, be aggressive, and see if you can score some points. Good job that time by the ball carrier, picking up what he can, and he is very smart. Gets out of bounds and stop the clock.
At the 34, 66 yards from pay dirt.
Playing press coverage to the outside.
Now he's going to change the play. And look out. I think he's going to go down the field with the football.
Incomplete.
That incompletion by the quarterback, hey, I give the quarterback no fault. That was just tremendous coverage by the secondary player. He's in position and able to make the football be incomplete.
The Chargers have it at the 34. Phillip Rivers unloading the long pass, but it falls incomplete.
Good job that time by the secondary. They're in good position. They make the play, and it's an incomplete pass by the quarterback.
At the 34, 66 yards from pay dirt.
The Chargers will set up. The 44 is the first down line.
They're down and 10.
He'll throw it over the middle.
Nearing the half, and it's hard to know what this team will focus on during the break. That's another big play by the defense, giving the team a chance to increase the lead.
Well, good job by the defense. Another nice stop. Well, let's talk about the team that's getting blown out here. At halftime, they don't have enough time to go over all that's been wrong so far with their football team. Just focus on this. play hard and hustle.
Offense back on the field here for this 4th and 10 play.
Rivers is going to take the snap from the shotgun. The Chargers turn the ball over on downs.
The Seahawks will be trying to make it 3 successful drives in a row as they retake the field here on offense, partner.
They got a great feeling from the offense so far. In other words, they're confident, they feel good, so you need to keep calling plays that keeps the offensive players in a positive frame of mind. You do that, hey, I wouldn't be surprised to see him march down here and score again.
Going deep. Going for the deep ball down here, and the catch is made in the secondary.
What a catch and run, and now they're set up inside the 10.
That was a perfect throw, beautiful catch, and now they're ready to score.
First down on the way. The Chargers defense now is going to go nickel. Another touchdown to increase the lead.
Nice job up front by the offensive line. They get a good push. Easy for the quarterback to run the sneak and get the touchdown score.
The Chargers ready to return the kick. And he'll start his return.
And he runs it out to about the 27 before he's taken down.
The Chargers offense is back on the field, Phil. Of course, their last drive ended with that very curious decision to go for it on 4th down in their own territory.
Well, I just wonder, what is it with the coach that he just hates the word punt? Because it was an obvious punting situation, and you go for it, so you're going to pay the price for making bad decisions.
Yeah, what were they thinking there?
Well, Jim, we'll never know, and I don't know if I want to know.
Jones hauls it in. First down, offense readying for the snap. They're going to the hurry. Looks like they're in press coverage here.
Rivers is going to take it from the gun. But they can't connect.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit there, don't you, Jim? They are all over the receivers, all over the field, nowhere to throw it, and it just results in an incompletion.
The Seahawks out now in a 4-6 formation. The Chargers from the 37. Launches it down the field.
And they can't connect.
That's a wonderful job that time by the secondary. Everybody's in position. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football, and it leads to another incomplete pass. The quarterback's picked up on something. He's changing the play here.
And it's thrown over to Stevie Johnson. We're nearing the half, and in the locker room at halftime, this offense is going to have to adjust.
Well, they better make some adjustments, and I'll just say this to them and to the whole football team. It's not about winning the game. It's just about playing hard and doing the right thing now. Don't look at the scoreboard, and if you get some breaks and you play great, maybe then you'd have a chance to get back into this game.
Another big play by the team as we approach halftime. This time it's the defense that comes through with a 4th down play.
Yeah, good job by the defense. They had a great first half. The offense is cooking. The defense, that 4th down stop. I got to ask you, what do you think was going through the head of the coach in that situation on the other side, and he's going for it on 4th down?
Down the field. And here we have 2nd down. Wilson's lined up, empty backfield. The wide receiver in motion.
Russell Wilson will take it from the gun. Probably should have had that one, but it goes incomplete.
This is a tough situation for the offense, 3rd and long coming up, but it's a good situation also. You're leading the football game, so there's no reason to take a chance and turn this football over.
Third and 10. Wants to go deep.
The pass ball's incomplete, and they fail to pick up a first down on this series.
4th down and 10, and they're going to go for it.
The Chargers lined up in the nickel.
Doesn't like what he sees on the defensive side, so he is changing the play to the receivers by giving him hand signals.
The Seahawks will take the snap from the 40. Going for the home run. Intercepted.
A big play defensively, and finally something good happens for them in this first half as it draws to an end. They've had a rough day up to this point.
It's been rough, but I think that interception could be the play to turn things around. The offense goes out there and finds a way to score. Oh, my gosh, it's changing everybody's emotions, or it will change everybody's emotions when they go in at halftime.
Rivers out of the gun.
Very nearly intercepted.
That was excellent man-to-man coverage that time. When you want to shut down a receiver, really the only way to do it is to man up and play him one-on-one.
2nd and 10.
Looking for Malcolm Floyd on the deep pass. Going to take it the distance. Nobody was going to catch him there. Touchdown. That touchdown just before the half allows them to get back into the game, not only on the scoreboard, but also mentally, Phil.
Oh, you're right, Jim. It just charges up the players, and also, never forget, coaches are a lot like players, too. You know, they need a confidence boost, so this touchdown is going to give it to the coaches also.
The Seahawks are set to return the kickoff. Blackman's going to run this one out. And he's tackled just past the 20. We'll mark it at the 22-yard line. The Seahawks offense back on the field trying to make up for that costly mistake. The last time they had the ball, the turnover they committed immediately turned into points against them.
Yeah, it did, Jim, but you know what? It's not a perfect game. You got to deal with adversity when you're talking about football. So you made that mistake. Let it go and go out there, be aggressive, and see if you can score some points.
Wilson's got it in the gun. Looking long.
Interception by Eric Weddle. Tackles made. The first half comes to an end, and this one seems to be already decided. We're watching complete domination play out. Larry is coming up next with the highlights.
The second half of this lopsided affair is underway. Davis going to test the coverage here. And he's tackled just past the 20. We'll mark it at the 22-yard line. The Chargers offense trots out onto the field, looking to get into the end zone and see if they can turn the tide in this one, partner.
Well, the fact that they are losing this game so far, the sense of urgency is there on the offensive side. You know, you have many plays in that playbook. I think they need to try a few different ones here in the second half.
Third catch today so far. Press coverage all the way.
Rivers will take the snap from the gun. Gordon's going to pull in the boat. No one's going to get him now.
The 20, the 10, taking it all the way home for the touchdown.
What a good job by the offense driving down and getting that touchdown. Even though they're still behind, they're chipping away at this lead, keeping the pressure on their opponents.
The Seahawks are in shape now to return the kick. He'll have a chance to take off.
The Seahawks are set to take the field again on offense after a crazy sequence that didn't go their way. That turnover led to turnover points. And now let's see if the offense can get that back, Phil.
Yeah, listen, I know they're going to be motivated because after they turned the football over last time, the coaches took them to the sideline and just gave them heck. That's for sure. That's a good way of seeing it. So motivation, can't make those kind of mistakes. You got to go out there and be much better.
Lynch is lined up behind his quarterback as the single back. To the ground. Lynch looking out wide. He's taken down at the 23.
Lynch is trying to be patient, but there is nowhere to run that time, and he only gets a short gain.
Third down following the run. Wilson's back in shotgun formation. Pass is intercepted.
It was a tough first half, but certainly a brilliant way to start the second half with an interception.
Jim, it was awesome. It's exactly what they needed. They needed to turn over here early in the third. They got it. What a play by the defense.
The corners are going to meet the receivers right on the line of scrimmage. First down at the 28. Floyd had it, but couldn't hold on as the pass goes incomplete.
Got to give the secondary credit. In this passing league now, it's hard to make plays, but a good play there and another incomplete pass.
Second down and 10. Rivers finds Allen. It's third down coming up. They're going to the hurry up. Back to the line.
They're changing things here. The quarterback changing. He's giving the receiver some new instructions.
Look at that concentration as he makes the grab.
Jim, when you get inside the other team's red zone, inside the 20-yard line, and you're down some points, you're thinking touchdown in these situations.
First down and 10. That's a ball that should have been caught.
Well, the quarterback that time tried to squeeze it into tight coverage, but no can do. The coverage is too good, and the football falls incomplete.
This will be second down. Playing press coverage to the outside. Rivers out of the gun. Gary Williams has the pick.
There have been many mistakes for this offensive unit. Through the first three quarters, and now they add an interception to the list.
Yeah, you make all these mistakes during a football game, you're going to lose confidence, and that's what we see right now on the offensive side. No confidence. Go back to the basics. Start all over again. That's the best thing you can do.
Wilson from the shotgun.
Throws the pass. Intercepted!
That interception in the third quarter gives them a little bit of a pulse here, Phil.
Gives them a little hope, Jim, and that's all you hope for. Just have some hope and belief. You need belief that you can make this comeback. The defense got it started.
The Seahawks defense lined up going with the 46 defense. First and 10. Brandon Oliver with the grab.
The Chargers had a nice play designed that time and fooled the defense, and they get the pass completion for a nice pickup.
Rivers' his completion percentage, 40% on the day. They're going to run it on the toss. San Diego in for the score. Gordon's second touchdown of the game. The Chargers getting set for the point after.
Add the extra point. The kick is good.
Nick Novak ready for the kickoff. He'll take it from the 10.
The Seahawks just gave up some big turnover points.
Let's see if they can hold on to the football this time, Phil, because we know how crucial it is. We talked to the coaches about it this week. This was their concern with this team.
Well, if you want to stay on the field, you better quit turning it over, right, Jim? That's what the coaches look. You make mistakes on the field, they're going to be forgiving to a point, but you got to be smart, you got to be efficient, and get the job done.
The Seahawks take it from the 23. Down the field. Incomplete. Almost going in the other direction.
They went for the deep throw, but the defensive back was there.
Yeah, good job that time. I got to give the defensive back a lot of credit. He was not caught sleeping out there. He was alert, read the right keys, and he was right with the receiver to knock down that deep throw.
Wilson from the shotgun. Wilson finds Lynch.
Keep the momentum on your side. You got a lead here in the second half. Nice play that time. You pick up the first down. Let's see if you can take advantage of it.
Here comes the wide receiver in motion.
The quarterback, he's changing the play with the wide receiver with those hand signals.
Tough catch. Rams tackled right at the 20.
Nice situation here for the offense. They're winning the football game. Now they're in the red zone. Let's see if they can come up with a play that fools the defense.
First down at the 20. Here's the handoff to Marshawn Lynch. Gains 11.
Lynch is a very smart runner. He knows situations in the game. He saw the first down yard markers, and what does he do? He gets past them and picks up the first down.
Only 9 yards to go.
Trying to beat the play clock. Handoff. Runs it across for the score. Touchdown. And a comeback now is going to have to be a monumental one. That touchdown has them looking in pretty good shape.
Yeah, they look like they're on good shape on the offensive side, but listen, no lead is safe in this league, so you've got to be alert. Be alert for trick plays and things that you haven't seen yet.
Looking across the middle.
They will not convert here on the two-point conversion.
Good stand by the defense. The Chargers ready to return the kick. Davis has got it on the fair catch as the offense heads out now.
The Chargers offense preparing to get this drive underway. Their last possession ended in a touchdown. Phil, let's see if they can do it again.
Very well done. Loved what I saw out there on the offense the last time. They mixed it up and they showed a lot of confidence. You can see the speed of the football team and try to duplicate what they just did.
First down at the 20. Should have had it.
All you have to do is watch the head of the receiver. When they drop footballs, usually it's because you can see their head move the other way before the football gets there. That's what happened this time, and it's a drop pass.
Coming up, second down. Rivers is standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. Looking at third down.
Good job by the defense, all shifting inside. They're expecting a run up the middle.
Philip Rivers from the shotgun.
And this will be incomplete. It'll be a 3-and-out.
Offense back on the field here for this 4th and 10 play.
The Seahawks defense lined up in a 4-6 formation.
Quarterback likes what he sees out there outside. He's changing the play with the wide receiver.
Rivers looking wrong. It's intercepted.
Heading into the 4th, and this offense just wants to forget about this effort.
Yeah, Jim, that's the best thing you can do. Forget about what you did on that field today. Go back to practice next week. Start over and see if you can just play better in the next game.
The quarterback motions the wide receiver. First down at the 47. Lynch is marked down at the 47. They better hurry to get the snap. He'll stand back beyond the center in the gun. Wilson's going to scramble. Wilson's going to slide and avoid the hit.
That's a really smart job that time by the quarterback. Pick up all the yards you can, and before you're going to get hit, slide in there like you're going to second base.
Wilson's ready for the snap. Empty backfield. The final quarter underway now with this snap. He's picked off again. Still on his feet. Ocon's going to make the tackle.
They had no reason to come out here and be so feisty in the fourth quarter, getting blown out. But they come up with the interception, so hats off to them, Phil.
Well, they know, Jim, that they got to watch this film tomorrow. And if you don't play hard, your job could be in jeopardy. So I like the effort the defense gave that time. I'd like to see a little more effort by this offense as they come on the field.
Looks like they're in press coverage here. The Chargers line up, split backfield. Rivers out of the gun. Rivers connects with Antonio Gates. After the pass play, gain 7. 2nd and 3 on the way. Wasting no time now for this next play. Almost made the catch, but the collision jarred it loose.
That's interesting. As you watch the receiver trying to make that catch, he knew the defender was close, so he didn't put all his heart into it. The defender made a nice hit and knocks the football out to the ground. Quarterback sees something in his defense he wants to take advantage of.
Malcolm Floyd makes the play. No huddle time. Rivers is going to take the snap from the shotgun. Another takeaway. Got a big lane. A foot race to the end zone. The 20, the 10, all the way home and all alone. Touchdown.
You got to love a defense that's not afraid to take chances, and this defense will get after it. That time they get the interception and return it all the way for a touchdown.
The Chargers ready to return the kick. We're setting up the return. Just across the 20 and tackled at the 21. The Chargers will try to hold on to the football. This has been one big turnover after another, Phil. Just what the coaches talked about in our meetings with him this week about ball security. It's not happening here.
Well, it tells you the players did not listen to the coaches, that's for sure, because ball security is not what we're seeing out there. I know this. Next week in practice, there's going to be a lot of drills about hanging on to the football.
That ball has been picked off. This offense had no choice but to take some chances here in the fourth quarter, but it comes back to bite them again with an interception.
Well, but it's not going well, and you start trying to take chances, there is nothing going to go right in that situation. If they get back on the field after this one, Jim, just go out there, run the football, and try to get this game over with.
Ricardo Lockett with the catch. That's his 5th catch of the day.
Another name for the fly route, the go route, it's a streak. And that means they want you to be a blue streak, run as fast as you can, get by that defense, and make a big play.
Wilson's completion percentage, 40% on the day.
Coming up to the line of scrimmage at the 11.
Look out, the defense is showing a blitz here.
First and goal. The margin is increased with another touchdown.
The rest of this quarter is simply a formality.
It's what it looks like, doesn't it? It just looks like, hey, it doesn't even look like it. It is. This game is absolutely over. There's no such thing as a miracle that's going to pull this out for the losing team. But give the offense a lot of credit. On the winning side, they have been sharp all day long.
Fields the football at the 3. And he's out across the 20 and tackled at the 21.
The Chargers offense back on the field trying to make up for that costly mistake. The last time they had the ball, the turnover they committed immediately turned into points against them.
Yeah, it did, Jim, but you know what? It's not a perfect game. You got to deal with adversity when you're talking about football. So you made that mistake, let it go, and go out there, be aggressive, and see if you can score some points.
Hauled in by Malcolm Floyd.
Well, that'll make you feel a little better. Finally getting a first down. You're down big in the second half, and you're on the offensive side. Don't look for the quick score. Just look to pick up positive yards and hope it leads you to a score later.
First down at the 26. And it's complete to Keenan Allen. Allen's brought down, but not until he gives his team a new set of downs. They're in the hurry-up mode.
Look out, they're changing the play to take advantage of something they see on the defensive side.
Two hands on the football and has the catch.
All you can do is your job, and that was a good job by the offense, picking up the first down. You're down big in the second half. Hey, don't worry about the score right now. Just find ways to execute plays and get down there and score a touchdown.
Rivers' his completion percentage, 40% on the day. Chargers in the end zone. That touchdown won't do them much good at this point, but you have to give them credit for plugging away.
You know, a lot of times when you see a touchdown like that late in the game, you go, well, where's that been all day? Well, the circumstances, of course, have changed. They're losing big, and the defense changed, but they at least had the pride to keep trying, and they finally got that touchdown on the board.
Blackman's got it. And he's tackled just past the 20. We'll mark it at the 22-yard line. Lynch lined up as the single back.
This has got to be a blitz. Look how everybody's crowding the line of scrimmage.
Lynch is in the backfield. First down at the 22. Looking at every option. Wilson's, and they get the sack.
You know you have a good defense in the NFL when you can sack the quarterback without blitzing, and the defense did it that time.
Wilson's going to take it from the gun. Graham's got it. First down. 2 minutes remaining, and you're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Almost to the 40 at the 39-yard line.
That long gain sets them up here on this play.
Now he's going to change the play. Look out. I think he's going to go down the field with the football.
Russell Wilson will take it from the gun.
And he reaches out and makes the catch. One-handed, no less.
They come to the line of scrimmage. First down. This play set up by the long gainer.
Wilson from the shotgun.
Airing it out.
Rams, touchdown, Seattle Seahawks.
Touchdown number 3 on the game.
Makes the PAT.
The Seahawks setting up here for the kickoff.
Davis got it on the return.
And they're all over him at the 18-yard line.
The Chargers take the field on offense. They have been manhandled here throughout today, Phil. And what can they take out of these last few minutes that could be positive for them?
Well, you know, Jim, in a situation like this, there's really nothing you can do now that's going to make you feel better or give you something to carry over into next week. So don't be looking for it. Try to end the game, and just know today, the team on the other side beat you up, and they were the better team.
Rivers will take the snap from the gun.
Gordon makes the grab. Breaks free. He's in the clear.
Still powering ahead. The 20. Williams is there to make the tackle.
Well, you're really in a tough spot, but that is a good job picking up the first down. You're down big in the second half. All you can do, just keep picking up those first downs. You hope it leads you to a score, and then you play the game from there.
From inside the red zone. Press coverage all the way.
So first and goal to go.
Antonio get touchdown as we hear the end of this one.
They could have used a few more plays like that much earlier in this ball game. Where has that been all day long, Phil?
Well, listen, Jim, you see plays like that, and you see a drive where they score, and you go, why did they do that earlier? Well, the situation has changed dramatically. It's just not as important to the defense right now, and that's why they drove down the field and scored.
Toss to the outside. Could have taken the 1-point gimme. They went for the 2, and they are turned away.
Blackman's going to make the fair catch this time.
The Seahawks can put this game away here. Just run out the clock here, Phil. It's been a blowout victory, and now all you're trying to do is not get anybody hurt.
That's right. Get this game over with. And in the NFL, you've got to treasure moments like this. To win easily, that doesn't happen often, so enjoy this victory.
First down at the 20. Has the sack.
Well, every defense is looking for somebody to sack the quarterback, and that time the speed of the defensive end gets around the tackle and gets the sack.
A long field ahead of them at the 10.
Wilson set. Empty backfield. Wilson's got it in the gun. To Jimmy Graham in the secondary.
Interception by Eric Weddle. While meaningless this late in the game, the coaches are always looking for a morale-building moment for next week, especially in a game this lopsided.
Yeah, you know what you do as a coach? You keep teaching your guys and you keep inspiring them on to keep doing the best they can, because you will be rewarded with a good play late in the game like this. Even though you're getting blown out, it's a great teaching situation, and take advantage of it.
Won't huddle now. Gonna conserve the timeout and rush back to the line. 2nd and 4. Looking long. Malcolm Floyd has the reception.
Well, that'll make you feel a little better. Finally getting a first down. You're down big in the second half, and you're on the offensive side. Don't look for the quick score. Just look to pick up positive yards and hope it leads you to a score later.
First down here. First down following the long play. Rivers out of the gun.
Stepping up to the line at the 10-yard line.
The Seahawks defense packs it in now, going with the 46. And the reception by Stevie Johnson.
Just keep playing the game. You're down here near the goal line. You're getting blown out, but keep playing hard. You never know. Next week, you might be in the same situation, and you can draw on this positive reinforcement maybe you get from this next play.
Third and goal at the 3. Touchdown, Chargers.
And Gates' his second touchdown of the game.
All you have to do is give this quarterback a chance, and he will make it happen. Another touchdown throw on a terrific throw and catch.
Melvin Gordon makes the reception.
Nice job by the defense that time, stopping a two-point conversion. It is so tough from the 2-yard line. So many things to think about on the defensive side, but they were ready that time.
And a touchback here will bring the ball out to the 20.
The Seahawks offense is on the field for a victory bow. One kneel down, and then they can celebrate, Phil. What a feeling.
Yeah, it's got to be great for them, and what a difference. You look at them walking on the field, you can see the emotion, the body language, and look at the defense. Everybody head down, knowing all that work was for nothing because you did not win the game.
Wilson's back in shotgun formation.
And Weddle very nearly picked off that throw.
They call that the moment of truth. It's a beautiful throw down the field, but the defensive back, he waits until it's time to make that jump. He defends the pass. What a good job by the defensive back.
The corner step back. Wilson's alone in the backfield. Wilson standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap.
And he's forced to the ground.
Well, we know one thing. If you're a defensive tackle, you got power. And it was on display that time. Wonderful job by the big fella, busting through there and getting the sack on the QB.
One more snap, and we can call it a day.
The Chargers with a nickel look here on defense. Wilson from the shotgun.
Looking to go down the field here.
And it's incomplete.
For Phil Simms and all the crew, Jim Nantz saying so long. Packers, Steelers coming up on EA Sports. We welcome you to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania for today's game. I don't know which team has the better tight end, but I do know that could very well be the difference in this game today.
Well, if you made me choose between the two, I'll tell you what. I'll just say you take one. I don't care who you take. I'll take the other one because they're both that good. They can do it all. As I say, you hear me say it every once in a while. They're all in one. That means they can do anything you want.
This game is underway. Fights through contact. The corners are going to meet the receivers right on the line of scrimmage. And intercepted.
An early pick, and he's going to have to bounce back from this one.
Yeah, he is, but I'd go to the sideline here, and I'd yell at my offensive line because, my gosh, everybody's around him. No room to step and throw the football. That's not the quarterback's fault. That's the offensive line.
This series begins for the offense with a very good chance to score.
Look at the signals. The D-line is all shifting down inside. They're expecting a run right up the middle. The quarterback's picked up on something. He's changing the play here.
Going for the deep ball. Almost intercepted.
He is one of the smoothest, most effective running backs in the NFL, Le'Veon Bell.
Who said the Big Ten can't turn out great running backs? I used to hear that statement. Well, you can take that statement and throw it in the trash because Le'Veon Bell is an outstanding running back in the NFL.
Roethlisberger's all by himself in the backfield for this snap. Roethlisberger's going to take the snap from the shotgun. Intercepted. Tackles made.
I know this never happened in your decorated career, but an early interception, how will he rebound, the quarterback?
You know, I'll just say this, you're a funny guy. That's funny. Hey, I did it all the time, and I used to tell my offensive linemen, be ready. I'm probably going to throw some more, so make the tackle.
Playing press coverage to the outside. Aaron Rodgers back off the line, shotgun formation. The Packers snap it up at the 26. Rodgers sends it to Cobb.
On his way.
The 20, the 10, in stride, and he's home for the touchdown. And with that touchdown, they've grabbed the lead here early in the first.
Boy, it's always nice to jump out to lead in a football game. It just takes pressure off of you, and what it does, it puts the pressure on the other team a good spot after scoring that touchdown.
They'll decline the penalty and let the play stand.
No return. The ball's coming out to the 20. The Steelers offense back on the field trying to make up for that costly mistake the last time they had the ball. The turnover they committed immediately turned into points against them.
Yeah, it did, Jim, but you know what? It's not a perfect game. You got to deal with adversity when you're talking about football. So you made that mistake, let it go, and go out there, be aggressive, and see if you can score some points.
First down at the 20.
Roethlisberger going down the field. Pass is intercepted.
You hate to dig an early hole, but that's what's happened here with the early interception thrown.
Yeah, good job. Defense, but I'll tell you got to make sure as a quarterback when you throw an interception early in the game that you don't let it get into your head and give self-doubt. Stay positive, go out there, be aggressive, and play that way.
Lacy lines up in the backfield. The Packers snap it at the 36.
Tosses the football.
That's a gain of only a yard. As we take a look at the offense, Eddie Lacy is a massive man, very difficult to bring down with just one tackler.
Green Bay was looking for some toughness on the offensive side. My gosh, they find it with Eddie Lacy. What a year he had in 2013. You don't have to make a hole for him. If there's nothing there, he'll run a few people over and get you some yards.
But it's incomplete.
As we get a look at the defensive starters, this secondary will certainly need to be on point here in the passing game.
Third down following the incompletion. The Packers come to the line, and they put their receivers in a bunch formation. Aaron Rodgers way down the field. Intercepted.
That was an awesome job by the defense. They just read the quarterback's eyes. They got in position, and they made the interception.
Loss of a couple that time. The Steelers' last drive ended with an interception. So what do you think here, Phil? Will they play it a little safer this time around?
Oh, I don't think so. I think what you do on the offensive side, you stay aggressive. It's not a perfect game. There's going to be mistakes and penalties, and you got to learn to overcome that adversity. So go out there, let it go, and try to score points.
The defense gets the sack. The Packers defense making a statement early with a sack.
Yeah, you always want to hit the quarterback early, get some self-doubt into the quarterback, but also give the offensive lineman some self-doubt going like, man, this might be a long day, and I think it will be.
Defense respecting the deep ball, playing way off the receivers. The play clock's running down. Ben Roethlisberger dropping back in shotgun formation. Intercepted! They've already jumped in front here early, and now after the interception, they have a chance to even make the lead a little bit larger, Phil.
Yeah, I like the way they're playing, don't you, Jim? It just looks fun. They got a lot of energy out there on both sides of the football, and this other team, they better be ready. I think they're in trouble.
First down at the 48. He'll pick up 7 this time.
Nice run that time. When you run the football like this, over a period of time, it's going to wear that defense out. There's no doubt about it. Nice job by the offensive line.
Second down and 3 following that nice run. Looks like they're in press coverage here. The Steelers packing the box here. 46 formation.
What a good job by the running back that time. He reads the blocks very well, and he picks his way through there and picks up a first down. That's nice.
First down here after the run.
Jim, look at that. The defensive line all shifting down inside. They're expecting a run right up the middle.
Coming to the line at the 35. Rodgers by himself in the backfield. Second down and 11. Unable to bring it in.
Sometimes on third and long from the defensive side, I like the fact that you can blitz. Send more guys than they can block. Make the quarterback throw the football quickly and short. Then it's all up to coming up and making the tackle.
Third down on the way. Press coverage all the way. He'll take the snap from the gun. Quarles fakes the catch. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to fourth down. The Packers will take the snap from the 25. And bringing them down, it's Lawrence Timmons. It's often the difference maker in any game, and that is how you perform inside the red zone, and we're getting an early taste of that.
No doubt about it, Jim. You got to be creative when you get in the red zone. We'll see what the offense calls.
They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. Wireless on the Packers in for the score. Late in the first quarter, and they're stretching their lead out. It looks like they have it in their minds to put this game away early.
Well, that's what they're trying to do, isn't it? They just want to get it over with early, just put all doubt, just remove all doubt, I should say, from the opponents that you're in for a rough day, and you might as well just give up.
Going to be a penalty here.
The Packers for the extra point. He made it. Mason Crosby ready for the kickoff. That's a touchback, and the ball will be spotted at the 20. The Steelers are set to take the field again on offense after a crazy sequence that didn't go their way. That turnover led to turnover points. And now let's see if the offense can get that back, Phil.
Yeah, listen, I know they're going to be motivated because after they turned the football over last time, the coaches took them to the sideline and just gave them heck, that's for sure. That's a good way of seeing it. So motivation, can't make those kind of mistakes. You've got to go out there and be much better. Doesn't like what he sees on the defensive side, so he is changing the play to the receivers by giving him hand signals.
And it's batted down. Sam Shields is one of the classic shutdown corners in this league.
One of the good stories in the NFL, the fact that he was not drafted. And how about the Green Bay Packers? When you can get a corner who's not even drafted to turn into one of the best in the league, man, that you're smart, you're fortunate, and lucky.
Bell's going to secure the handoff. Clinton Dix there to make the stop. They motion the receiver around to the other side. Snap it out of the gun. Roethlisberger's on the move. And he's going to be dropped. And that's a 3 and out for the offense.
Look out here. They're going to blitz. They're all packing the line of scrimmage.
And there's a timeout, so we'll take one with them. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers not punting. Going to go for it on 4th down. The Steelers get set at the line, needing to get to the 30 for a first. They need to get the play off. Roethlisberger's going to take it from the gun. He'll throw it over the middle. And they are in on Bell. The Steelers roll the dice and pick up the first on 4th down.
Yeah, I like that analogy. Roll the dice. Sometimes you got to take a chance and hope it comes up 7. Well, I don't know about the 7, but they pick up the first down.
Quarters formation here for the defense. Play clock's running down. Roethlisberger takes the snap from the gun. Looking to go deep. What a catch. Bell's taken down at the 18. Coming to the line at the 18. That was a big gainer. Now it's time to back it up. And the second quarter is underway with this snap. Burnett's there to take him down.
Defense is crowding the line of scrimmage. They're trying to confuse the quarterback.
Second down and 7. Brown's taking the handoff. Now cutting to the right side, looking for some open space. 3rd down now.
They're changing things here. The quarterback changing. He's giving the receiver some new instructions.
And intercepted. That'll be a touchback, and the ball will be placed at the 20.
Wonderful job by the defense that time. They stayed after it, and inside their own 20, they finally come up with the play. They get the interception, and they keep the other team from getting points on the board.
First down at the 20. Warless makes the catch. That's a gain of 10.
The Packers coaching staff has done a good job of mixing things up today on first down. The pass catches the defense off guard. They pick up solid yards. Now it's second and short.
Rodgers now completed 4 in a row. The Steelers defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. The Packers will take the snap from the 30. Rodgers going to take off with it.
Beautiful job that time by the QB. He goes back there in the pass play. He doesn't like what he sees, and he just takes off and gets the yards and gets a first down.
The corners are going to meet the receivers right on the line of scrimmage. The Packers load up the backfield for this next play. Scans the field. Rodgers taking off. And now Rodgers will give himself up.
It's not as easy as it looks. That quarterback, good job of sliding before he takes the hit that time.
The Steelers defense now loading up, expecting pass with a dime defense. And straight ahead, Lacy.
The quarterback, he's changing the play with the wide receiver with those hand signals.
Throws the pass. A nice grab. No doubt he was going to hold on to that one. Rodgers will have it in the pistol. First and 10. Looking across the middle. Locked in on the football and has hold of it with 2 hands.
Well, you get a couple first downs on a drive. It just, of course, it makes you feel good about what you're doing. It loosens up the offensive play caller, and there's nothing like dictating to the defense. I love it.
Rodgers completed his last 6 passes.
They come to the line at the 24.
The Packers come to the line of scrimmage and show a full house. First down at the 24. He's brought down at the 23-yard line. He's averaging about 3 yards a carry on the day. That last running play was good for only a yard, so it's second down and 9. Lacy lines up in the backfield. Dropping back 3. Has it. Touchdown. We're approaching halftime, and with that touchdown, they have a little extra breathing room before the break.
Oh, man, they're inhaling big time, and they love the way they feel right now and where they're at in this football game. On the defensive side, listen, you got some information. You saw what they're doing on the other side, so make some adjustments and find a way to get back in and get a way to win this game.
Brown's got a chance for a return. And the tackle's made right around the 26-yard line.
The Steelers just gave up some big turnover points. Let's see if they can hold on to the football this time, Phil, because we know how crucial it is. We talked to the coaches about it this week. This was their concern with this team.
Well, if you want to stay on the field, you better quit turning it over, right, Jim? That's what the coaches look. You make mistakes on the field, they're going to be forgiving to a point, but you got to be smart, you got to be efficient, and get the job done.
Here's the long throw by Roethlisberger. Intercepted. Heading into the half, and the defense continues to dominate the opposition.
Oh, they are playing smothering defense. That's what they're doing. They're just, every play that we see the offense run, the defense is right there, making a tackle, getting turnovers. Hey, man, this has been fun to watch.
First down at the 20.
Look at that concentration as he makes the grab.
That's his third catch of the day.
Situations you go over so many times in practice and training camp. Know what's going on the offensive side, how to preserve time. Good job that time by the offensive player. Get out of bounds and giving his team more chances to get it done here in the first half.
First down at the 47.
Wireless on the receiving end. And he's brought down right at the 43.
The Packers use another timeout here, and they have one left.
After the catch, it's now second down and 1.
Set up screen to Lacy.
Timmons is all over the ball carrier. Playing press coverage to the outside. Time for the hurry-up offense.
The Packers need to get to the 43 to pick up a first.
And they can't connect.
That incompletion by the quarterback, hey, I give the quarterback no fault. That was just tremendous coverage by the secondary player. He's in position and able to make the football be incomplete.
The Packers don't want any part of punting the football. They're going to go for it on fourth down.
Quarterback likes what he sees out there outside. He's changing the play with the wide receiver.
Shazier's the one who brings him to the ground.
No time to waste. They hurry to the line.
From the gun, Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers to Randall Cobb, and that's an incompletion.
Sometimes when you have a player with this kind of talent, you're willing to put up with a few drop passes because when he catches it, he has a chance of going all the way.
Aaron Rodgers going to take it from the shotgun.
He's hit as he throws it.
In a situation like this, third and long, if you're the defense, catch him by surprise and blitz.
It'll be third down.
Rodgers from the shotgun.
Wireless makes the catch.
Good job by the defense. They're well taught, well schooled by the defensive coordinator. They know in situations like this, if it's thrown short of the first down marker, they're good. They come up, make the tackle. Now we have fourth down.
Thomas there to take him down. The Packers call a timeout here. They have 0 timeouts remaining.
About to snap it for the 9th play of the drive.
The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion.
Makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown. My goodness, Bill. Halftime can't get here soon enough as it's blowout city.
It is. I know you can't wait for halftime because you scarf down food at halftime like you haven't eaten in a week. So we don't want to keep you from that. But this game, oh my gosh, it's been lopsided, hasn't it? And you're right, the team that's losing, they can't wait to get to the locker room.
Fair catch this time. It'll be a touchback.
The Steelers offense back on the field trying to make up for that costly mistake. The last time they had the ball, the turnover they committed immediately turned into points against them.
Yeah, it did, Jim, but you know what? It's not a perfect game. You got to deal with adversity when you're talking about football. So you made that mistake. Let it go and go out there, be aggressive, and see if you can score some points.
The Steelers are going to burn the first of their 3 timeouts right here. Roethlisberger's got no one behind him, just a quarterback waiting for the snap. They'll send it back to the quarterback out of the gun. Makes the catch, but didn't get the feet down. Incomplete. Second down following that incompletion. One more snap and halftime. Roethlisberger from the gun. Launching it deep. A takeaway.
We come to the half, and this game isn't even close. Time to get some backups, some playing time, and keep your starters healthy. Larry Ridley coming up next.
The second half has officially started, and are we going to see a big-time comeback? The Steelers offense back on the field, trying to make up for that costly mistake the last time they had the ball. The turnover they committed immediately turned into points against them.
Yeah, it did, Jim, but you know what? It's not a perfect game. You got to deal with adversity when you're talking about football. So you made that mistake, let it go, and go out there, be aggressive, and see if you can score some points.
And here we go, the first snap of the second half. And it falls incomplete.
So many times when you drop a football in the NFL, a pass like that, it's because of lack of concentration. You're just not serious about what you're doing.
That's second down coming up. Heaving it down the field, but it's incomplete.
Always protect against the deep ball first. That's what the defense did this time. They were alert. Nice job. The result, just a long incompletion.
Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one. Third down and 10. Going deep. And it's incomplete.
The offensive futility continues for this team out of the half. Even at this relatively early stage of the game, they are running out of time to get back into the game.
Yeah, they are. We're seeing a trend here, right? And that is the offense is awful. That's what it is. I don't know what they're going to do to get out of this funk. You know what? The other team is just better than they are here today.
And a flag comes out. The offense is still on the field here on fourth down, needing 5 for the first. The wide receiver shifting around in motion. The Steelers will take the snap from the 25. Launches it down the field. The Steelers turn the ball over on downs.
Phil, how about this defense coming out of the locker room, being challenged on fourth down and responding with the stop?
Jim, I'm almost surprised they responded because I don't think they could believe the offense was going to go for it on fourth down. That was a terrible decision, but like we've seen all day long, the defense was up for the challenge.
And this won't even get back to the line. They'll end up losing one.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the offense that time on first down. Now the defense is in a good situation.
An extra tight end on the field for this one.
Quarterback sees something in his defense he wants to take advantage of.
He was looking short, but the pass falls incomplete.
Look up at that scoreboard. You're leading the football game, so we have a third and long situation. So you've got to know that. Manage the game. Don't take a chance.
Aaron Rodgers back off the line. Shotgun formation. He's drilled as he throws.
The defense did a very good job there on third and long. They got the incomplete pass, but it's the work they did on first and second down. They made it tough on the offense. So third long, everything goes to the advantage of the defense.
Going for it on fourth down. Looks like they're in press coverage here. Rodgers ready for the snap. Empty backfield. The Packers snap it at the 26. The Packers turn the ball over on downs.
When you play defense in the NFL, you can never give up. Even though you're losing big and it's 4th and long and the offense is out there and they're going to go for it, you can't believe it. Hey, they hung in there. They made the play on the defensive side, and it's one good positive out of this game today.
First down at the 26. Down the field. Pass is intercepted.
Phil, second half, same defense, same script. An interception, and they still have the shutout going.
Yeah, this has been fun to watch, Jim, all day long, man. This defense they have been sharp. They've hustled. Their techniques are perfect, and that's why they still have a big old 0 on the scoreboard against the opposing team.
First down at the 29. And he's taken down.
What a good scheme that time by the defense. They confuse the offense. They blitz. They don't know who to pick up. And how about the defender? They must love this. Coming in free and gets a good clean shot on the QB and gets a sack.
Loss of 5 on the play. The Packers have it at the 24. Eddie Lacy makes the catch. Third down. Press coverage all the way. Rodgers by himself in the backfield. Rodgers got it in the gun. 2 hands on the football and has the catch. The coach is going to go for it. The Packers will line up the first down markers right at the 39-yard line. The Packers will take the snap from the 30. Rodgers over to Nelson.
Well, it's 4th and long. You got a big lead. You decide to go for it. I don't understand why you would do it. They try it. It doesn't work, and it's about the only bad thing they've done here all day long.
What a place to start for the offense.
Look out. They're changing the play to take advantage of something they see on the defensive side.
The Steelers have it at the 39. Wants to go deep. And it's incomplete.
Good job that time by the secondary. They're in good position. They make the play, and it's an incomplete pass by the quarterback.
The football just inside the 40 at the 39.
The Steelers have it at the 39. And it's knocked down. It's third down now. Right around 3 minutes remaining in the third. Roethlisberger's alone in the backfield. The Steelers will look to get to the 29 to pick up a first. Halfway through the third quarter. Roethlisberger sends it to Bell.
All you can do is your job. And that was a good job by the offense, picking up the first down. You're down big in the second half. Hey, don't worry about the score right now. Just find ways to execute plays and get down there and score a touchdown.
Intercepted.
Brought to the ground. This is a ball-hawking defense, Phil. They have the interception and a shutout going in the third quarter.
They're just so physical. That's what they do. They just beat up the guy in front of them at every level. The D linemen, the wide receivers, the defensive backs are beating them up. That's why they have a shutout here in this game.
Lacy lines up in the backfield. And Rodgers will hand it off. He's taken down at the 42. He's averaged about 2 yards a carry on the day. After the 2-yard carry, it sets up 2nd down and 8.
Now he's going to change the play. And look out. I think he's going to go down the field with the football.
Randall Cobb has the reception. That's 5 receptions on the day. Taking another look at the stats here, we have a wide receiver who has put together a complete game, Phil.
It has been a tremendous game, Jim, no doubt about it. Now we understand why guys want to be wide receivers in the NFL instead of running backs. So many more ways to get the football and much easier to make plays happen once you get it.
Stands in the pocket. It's intercepted. They bring him to the turf.
Phil, it might be a case of too little, too late, but the defense gets the takeaway, and let's see if they're able to do something with it.
Jim, it could be a case of too little, too late, but I don't know. Never think the game is over. Just keep playing. We see tremendous comebacks all the time in the NFL. Hey, who knows? This could be one of them.
First down at the 32. He'll throw it over the middle. Could have been intercepted. Failing to complete that one. So 2nd down here. Trying to beat the play clock. The reception by Antonio Brown.
Well, you're really in a tough spot, but that is a good job picking up the first down. You're down big in the second half. All you can do is just keep picking up those first downs. You hope it leads you to a score, and then you play the game from there.
Browns touchdown.
Now we're talking about some of the fastest humans on earth. And we take into account you can't touch them or breathe on them. That's how they're able to get open and make so many catches.
The corners are going to meet the receivers right on the line of scrimmage.
The quarterback's picked up on something. He's changing the play here.
So from 2 yards out, they get it across and secure 2 extra points. The Packers are back deep, ready to return. Montgomery's got it. That return's good for about 27. The Packers are set to take the field again on offense after a crazy sequence that didn't go their way. That turnover led to turnover points. And now let's see if the offense can get that back, Phil.
Yeah, listen, I know they're going to be motivated because after they turned the football over last time, the coaches took them to the sideline and just gave them heck, that's for sure. That's a good way of seeing it. So motivation, can't make those kind of mistakes. You've got to go out there and be much better.
They'll mark him at the 29.
Outside runs take time. And when you run outside, you expect the safety to get up there with that extra time and make the tackle. Good job that time by the safety.
That leads us to 2nd down. Set up screen to Lacy. An open lane. Lacy takes the hit and is brought down.
Good job by the offense here with a good lead in the second half, picking up that first down, and that's what you want to do. Take your time, look at the play clock, take it down as low as you can, and keep picking up those first downs.
The Packers will come to the line, trying to put together a scoring drive here in the 4th. They come to the line, and it's first down. Lacy, a solo back set. 2 tight ends on the field here. The 30, the 20, the 10, and for the touchdown.
When a defense intercepts a pass like that and scores a touchdown, boy, does that give them hope. Gives them a lot of confidence. They really get the momentum on their side, and it's going to be hard for the offense to come out here and do anything after that play.
The Steelers offense preparing to get this drive underway. Their last drive actually ended in a touchdown, Phil. We'll see if they still have it in them to issue a repeat performance.
Well, what you saw in that last drive was everything just came together perfectly for them. The experience of the football team, the talent of the players, and the coaches helped them out, and they got it done.
The Steelers in position. They're going to go with the onside kick.
That kick came right at him, and it looks like the receiving team has recovered. And Starks is taken down at the 25. That return's good for about 25.
The Packers just gave up some big turnover points. Let's see if they can hold on to the football this time, Phil, because we know how crucial it is. We talked to the coaches about it this week. This was their concern with this team.
Well, if you want to stay on the field, you better quit turning it over, right, Jim? That's what the coaches look. You make mistakes on the field, they're going to be forgiving to a point, but you got to be smart, you got to be efficient, and get the job done.
Second down coming up. Playing press coverage to the outside.
Rodgers all by himself in the backfield for this snap. From the gun, Rodgers.
Rodgers sends it to Cobb.
The defense has got to be a little aggressive here. Your team is down. You've got to attack this offense. You don't want them to get in there and get another score.
Third and 1. Will go ground.
He's brought down. That's going to bring up fourth down.
Lacy is looking for a place to run, but there is nowhere to go. The offensive line just gets dominated. Good job by the defensive line that time.
The offense back out on the field here for this 4th and short play. Toss play to Lacy. The Packers turn the ball over on downs.
The Packers had a lead here in the second half, but I'll tell you a good way to lose it is to go for it on fourth down like they did that time, and they didn't make it.
Loss of 4 on the play. First down at the 20. Second down. The quarterback taken down by Mike Daniels.
There's a couple ways to get to the quarterback. Run over the tackle or run around him. It doesn't matter as long as you get the sack. Doesn't like what he sees on the defensive side, so he is changing the play to the receivers by giving him hand signals.
Going for the home run. They bring back out the offense to go for it. Miller split out wide on the left. Tight ends in motion here. They better hurry to get the snap.
Ben Roethlisberger dropping back in shotgun formation.
The Steelers turn the ball over on downs. The Steelers with the risky call on fourth down, and it doesn't work out.
Yeah, you know, I don't know what to say. Why would you go for it on fourth down in this situation? That is a terrible decision, and you're going to pay for it because it didn't work.
Really good field position here to start this drive. Here's the quick toss.
The Packers have really been dominant today on the offensive side. In the red zone now, they just take the football and they run it right at the defense and pick up solid yards.
Second down here. Takes it from the eye. Lacy takes the hit and is brought down.
If I'm on the defense and the offense is this close to scoring, I'll tell you what I'm doing. I am sending everybody. I am going to gamble that it is a run. If they have the courage to throw it, let them. If they do, of course, it'll be a touchdown.
On the way, third down.
Look what the defensive line is doing. They're all pinching down inside. They're expecting a run.
And this will go for a loss. Timmons, that time on the stop. A short field goal try on the way. And converts on the three.
And that field goal pretty much locks it up. We don't expect any once-in-a-lifetime comebacks on this situation.
No, I don't expect that. Now it's time to just start thinking and having good thoughts in your mind. Don't do anything stupid. Enjoy the fact that you played well all day long, and victory is in grasp.
The Steelers set to return the kick.
Brandon Boykin will field this kickoff. And the tackle is made. The offense will start their drive from about the 31.
They're changing things here. The quarterback changing. He's giving the receiver some new instructions.
Looking long. And it falls incomplete.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit there, don't you, Jim? They are all over the receivers, all over the field, nowhere to throw it, and it just results in an incompletion.
Quarters formation here for the defense.
Roethlisberger's back in shotgun formation.
Got the catch, one-handed.
The Steelers have come up with some big plays in the passing game. Brown's been involved in so many of them, Phil.
Jim, you're right. He knows how to get open. He's one of the best in the NFL. He's got a great pair of hands, and what a day he is having so far.
First down at the 37. For a moment, but then lost it on the hit.
Good anticipation that time by the defender. He gets to the receiver just as the football is arriving, and he makes a beautiful hit to knock the football loose.
After the incomplete pass, it brings up second down.
Ben Roethlisberger will take the snap out of the gun.
The wide receiver in motion.
Roethlisberger standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. Connect.
Well, sometimes when you have a talented receiver, you just got to put up with plays like that. He might drop a few, but when he does catch it, it can make a big play.
the Steelers from the 37. Leaps up and comes away with it. That receiver, Phil, is a quarterback's dream. Going high in the air on a high throw and getting the reception.
Oh, man, do quarterbacks love that? They throw it and think, oh, my gosh, that's bad. They're ready to chase the defender down with an interception. But no, the wide receiver goes up and just makes an awesome catch.
Coming to the line at the 24.
Roethlisberger set. Empty backfield.
The quarterback, he's changing the play with the wide receiver with those hand signals.
Roethlisberger takes the snap from the gun. Down the field. Following that incompletion, it sets up 3rd and 10.
Here we go. These two. Easy.
The Steelers take it from the 23. Airing it out, but it's incomplete.
That's a wonderful job that time by the secondary. Everybody's in position, nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football, and it leads to another incomplete pass.
One more play, and it's in the books.
Roethlisberger's going to take the snap from the shotgun. And Miller can't hold on to that one.
Phil, before we go, how about this win? How much will this one count?
You know, Jim, all wins are nice. This one was done easy. You didn't have to sweat too much over it. You feel good, and you just enjoy the next couple days.
So for Phil Simms and all the crew at EA Sports, Jim Nantz saying so long for now.
Cardinals, Steelers, coming up here on EA Sports. We welcome you to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania for today's game.
Back in your days when you had to take on a team from the AFC, didn't know them all that well. What was it like as we have this little interconference matchup today?
Well, I thought back in those days, Jim, we were about ready to show them what toughness and hard-hitting was. Today it's a little different. But I'll tell you this NFC team, they are a hard-hitting bunch.
This game has officially begun.
He's got a chance to return this one.
Allen's in on the tackle. That return's good for about 18. Looks like they're in press coverage here. First down at the 42. Johnson takes it on the toss. For the offensive starter, still one of the best wide receivers in the league, Larry Fitzgerald.
One of the best, one of the most dependable guys you could hope for at the wide receiver position, and absolutely some of the best hands that you'll see in the NFL.
Here comes the wide receiver in motion.
Quarterback likes what he sees out there outside. He's changing the play with the wide receiver.
Homer's going to take off with it. And he's going to slide feet first.
It's a rough game out there. Avoid hits at all costs. Good job that time by the quarterback sliding before he takes the hit.
Press coverage all the way. First down at the 40. They'll run it off the toss. Johnson's tackled down at the 36.
Bud Dupree is one rookie to watch on that defensive unit.
And Dupree goes to the Pittsburgh Steelers. What a place for him to go. He's very athletic. When you see him, he's big. He almost looks like a defensive end. He is going to fit in perfectly with that defense.
And it'll be second down and 6 after the running play on first down. Scrambling now. Gonna try and scramble now. Lawrence Timmons makes the tackle. This is third down. The corners are going to meet the receivers right on the line of scrimmage. Ellington's handed the football. And there's only 2 yards to be found right there.
When it's third and short, the defensive line, you got to guess. You got to think it's going to be a run play. I don't know what they were thinking. They let the offense just push them back, and they give up the first down. Good job by the offense, though.
From just inside the 30.
Let's go.
The Cardinals have it at the 29. It's Johnson with the grab out of the backfield. And gains about 1. Play number 6 coming up on this drive.
I know you won't believe this, but sometimes completing a short pass like that does give a quarterback confidence, so it does serve a purpose.
Let's go.
Second down and 9. And he's thrown to the ground.
This might not be nice to say, but every once in a while it's kind of fun to watch the quarterback get sacked like that. Good job by the defensive end.
Loss of 5 on the play.
At the 33.
The Cardinals need to get to the 19 to pick up a first down.
Get ready. 1, 18. Let's go. Move, 95.
The Cardinals take it from the 33. And he's sacked again.
When you blitz on third down, you hope to get to the quarterback. Here's why. Because there are less defensive backs back there. The chances of giving up the big play are pretty high, but the rush, they're quick enough. They get there, and they sack the QB.
They're in punting formation.
That punt could not have been better struck. And now the defense has the advantage with the opposition, with their backs to their own end zone.
First down now in a dangerous spot here. Roethlisberger set. Everybody emptied out for this snap. Miller's the receiver, sent out wide to the left.
Quarterback sees something in his defense he wants to take advantage of.
Heath Miller has the catch.
Jim Nantz, that was the old fly route. When we were kids, that's what they called it. See if you can fly by the defensive back. He did that time. Nice throw and catch.
The quarterback motions the wide receiver. The Steelers have it at the 29. And they deck the quarterback.
Outside linebackers who can get to the quarterback, they are a rare breed in the NFL because it takes talent, size, speed, everything to do it as a linebacker, and we saw it that time on display.
Roethlisberger from the gun. Looking long. And he comes down. No! The defender tips it out. Mr. Reliable, a tight end for Pittsburgh, Heath Miller.
Yeah, he's had so many solid years for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Coming out of Virginia, has gone unnoticed for many years, but finally gets elected to a Pro Bowl.
The pass play fails to work, and now it's third down. Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one. Roethlisberger, and they take him down.
We got to give that defensive front a lot of credit, man. They are pushing. They're getting after it. They know it's probably going to be a pass on third down, and they get back to the quarterback and take him down.
Looking across the river at downtown Pittsburgh, where a civic leader named Jim Rohr has really helped bring this city back to state-of-the-art life. The Steelers elect to go for it and bypass the punt on fourth down. Roethlisberger's got no one behind him, just a quarterback waiting for the snap.
Look out, they're changing the play to take advantage of something they see on the defensive side.
The Steelers turn the ball over on downs.
The Cardinals get a big break here. The offense is backed up inside its own territory. They decide to go for it on fourth down. The defense comes through. Now, can the offense go out there and make them pay?
The Cardinals will look to get set. Been a close game so far. The score 0-0.
Boy, they saw something on the offense. It caught their attention. Look at the defensive line. They're all shifting to the right.
First and goal. Outside now on the toss. Gains about 3.
The offense is so close right here. They just need to show a little power and punch this in the end zone and get that touchdown.
Second down now. Playing press coverage to the outside.
Get ready.
Strong eye handoff here. Runs it across for the touchdown. That touchdown, partner, puts them in front here in the early part of the second quarter.
Yeah, it's nice. They scored that touchdown. The defense has got to be kicking themselves because they did not play well or smart on that scoring drive.
And a flag is down. And the point after is good. That's what happens when you try to guess the snap count. The Steelers set to return the kick. Brown's going to start his return. Just across the 20 and tackled at the 21. The Steelers ready to take over again. They rolled the dice on their last possession, Phil, going for it on fourth down in their own territory. And, of course, they failed to convert.
Look, there's nothing like being aggressive. I like being aggressive, too, when I'm the coach of the team. But, listen, that was just uncalled for. When you're in your own territory, be smart, punt the football, and wait for the next opportunity.
We were both shaking our heads. What were they thinking about here?
Yeah, saying some words that we can't say on the air.
Underneath and incomplete that time. second down coming up. The Cardinals defense now is going to go nickel.
Now he's going to change the play, and look out. I think he's going to go down the field with the football.
And it's swatted away.
Well, this is an easy call right now for the offensive coordinator. He knows the situation of the football game, so you give the quarterback a nice, safe play to run right here.
The Cardinals and the Steelers. Phil, these two met in a thrilling Super Bowl game back in 2008. Super Bowl 43 that came down to a last-minute touchdown.
It did. What an exciting game. Some of the big plays. But what I remember about that is the last drive by the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger making an unbelievable, outstanding throw to win it for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
They send the tight end in motion. The play clock's running down.
Ben Roethlisberger dropping back in shotgun formation.
He caught it. Going to take it the distance. And he's in for the touchdown. What a play. What a run.
I give all the credit to the wide receiver here. What a route. Fooled the defender. He is wide open. Nice throw by the quarterback for the touchdown.
The Steelers with a PAT to tie the contest. Driving extra point is good. The Steelers now getting ready to kick it away. And he'll start his return. Brought down at the 38. And a run back of about 12.
The Cardinals coming back onto the field on offense. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it.
Listen, momentum is on their side. When you have that going for you, keep the defense guessing at what you're going to do. So I think it's very important to stay aggressive in this situation.
Looks like they're in press coverage here.
Let's go.
First down at the 38. Toss play. It's got some daylight.
Johnson's a great running back to have on your football team, isn't he? He goes up in there and gets the first down. Now your offense has 3 more chances.
Ball at the 47. Now 1st and 10. Johnson's got it on the toss.
The quarterback's picked up on something. He's changing the play here.
2nd and 11.
He will not get away. He's taken down for the sack.
Good job with his safety getting that sack. I'll say this. He can tackle, he can cover, and he's shown us he can blitz too and get to the quarterback.
Back in Super Bowl 43, Phil, when the Steelers won in the closing seconds, how about that catch by Santonio Holmes?
Yeah, it was a tremendous catch in the right corner of the end zone, and what a throw by Ben Roethlisberger. That goes down as one of the top 5 catches in Super Bowl history.
Third down after the penalty.
The Cardinals will look to get to the 37 to pick up a first down.
Looking to go down the field here. Nice catch. And Fitzgerald is brought down.
That was a nice gain on that play that time. Well designed by the offensive coordinator. Yeah, it was a good throw and catch, but that time I'm giving all the credit to the design of the play. That's what made it happen.
coming to the line at the 15-yard line.
Here's the first snap after the big play. Carson Palmer takes a look down from under center. And here's the toss. Thomas is there that time for the tackle.
The Cardinals, they believe in their offense. They know once they get inside the red zone, they can run or throw. That time they run the football, and it picks up some good solid yards. Great job by the offensive line.
Let's go. Right, 18, 7, 19.
Doesn't like what he sees on the defensive side, so he is changing the play to the receivers by giving him hand signals.
A nice grab. No doubt he was going to hold on to that one. They're just grinding away down here, inching closer to the end zone.
Well, that's what you got to do sometimes. It's hard always to think that you're going to come out and just make big plays. You got to do the dirty work, and this offense is doing it right now.
The football sits at the 3.
Press coverage all the way.
First and goal.
Johnson's going to take the handoff now.
Let's go. Right, 18. Right, 18.
Second and goal from the 3.
Touchdown, Cardinals. Johnson's second touchdown of the game.
Good job that time by the offense, scoring that touchdown and putting him ahead. And when you get ahead in a football game, the National Football League, it makes you relax and you play better.
The point after try is in the books.
Ready to step up and send this one down to the end zone. Brown's got a chance to return this one. And the tackle's made right around the 26-yard line.
The Steelers getting set to take over again on offense. They'll be trying to pick it up right where they left off with their last drive that ended in a touchdown.
Yeah, they're throwing the football well. And I'll tell you, I've been covering this game a long time. There's still nothing prettier than seeing a quarterback drop back and throw a perfect spiral down the field and watching guys catch it. That was a work of art the last drive.
Roethlisberger's ready for the snap, empty backfield. Corners are backing off here. Tight end in motion. First down at the 26. Bell's got it. On a pass, had some heat on it. Green's in on the tackle.
Good job of hurrying up and getting on that football and trying to get the play off. Don't use the timeout here. Good clock management. Snap that football. Well, even though it's late in the first half, I think this is a good job by the coach. Going to the hurry-up offense. Going to see if they can make a few plays and get down there and get some points.
Second down after the incompletion. The Steelers will take the snap from the 40.
Going for the deep ball. Snatches it with one hand.
Bill, that's one of the best one-handed catches we've seen all year, isn't it?
Jim, that's one of the best. You don't see many this outstanding. And these wide receivers, if they can't get two hands on the football, they've taught themselves over time just to go up and stretch as far as they can and get that one hand on it. And it is amazing how many times they make the catch.
This next snap will take place at the 19.
Let's see how they back up the big play here.
They're changing things here. The quarterback changing. He's giving the receiver some new instructions.
The defense gets a sack.
You're talking about a bonus. When you get a defensive tackle that can get in the backfield and sack the quarterback, that is something special. Great job that time by the big D tackle.
Roethlisberger's alone in the backfield. The Steelers have it at the 29. Jarring hit that time. Knocks the ball free.
Good timing by the defensive player that time. He gets to the receiver just as the football is getting there and makes the hit, knocks that football loose.
It's third down coming up.
Ben Roethlisberger will take the snap out of the gun.
They motion the receiver around to the other side.
From the gun.
Intercepted.
Matthew makes a big play just like he's been doing his whole career.
Well, he made a lot of big plays down at LSU. Return game, he is awesome doing that, but he's a ball hawk. That's what you describe when you talk about Matthew. Knows how to go and find a football and make those plays.
Loss of 2 on that play. Leach is usually a tight end, but he's in the backfield this time. Johnson's tackled down.
It's now second down and 7 after the 3-yard rush.
Well, we got a close game here right before half. Good job by the offense deciding to go into hurry-up offense. What you need here, as many plays as you can get and use up as little time as possible.
Looking to avoid a safety here on third down.
Third down and 8.
And now here's the toss.
And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to fourth down.
The Steelers have to take their final timeout. That's it. And so now they'll bring out Zastadil to punt.
Kicking team gets down there and downs the ball.
We'll take a break for halftime and be back to Pittsburgh for the start of the third quarter. We are back for the start of the third. Jim Nance, Bill Sims here at Heinz Field.
The second half is officially underway.
And he runs it out to about the 27 before he's taken down.
The Steelers talk things over at the intermission, and I'm sure one of the first orders of business was to try to figure out a way to get this offense going, Phil.
Absolutely. That's what you want to do, and I think you do that by play call. So the coach, they have many plays that we call drive starters. Catch the defense by surprise. They need to call one of those right here and right now to get this offense going.
Bell's tackled down after a gain of 12.
The Steelers look pretty confident out there on the field, don't they? And they're very calm, and they should be. That first down, they're right in this game. Don't look down the field for that big play. Just keep marching.
They need to get the play off.
Roethlisberger is going to take it from the gun. Roethlisberger sends it to Bell.
First down, offense readying for the snap. No need to huddle. Hurry up offense.
The quarterback, he's changing the play with the wide receiver with those hand signals.
Roethlisberger gets it to his tight end, Heath Miller.
Getting set as fast as they can.
second down and 5. Brown's got it on the handoff. Weatherspoon's the one who made the big stop. The Steelers have to get to the 25 to move the chains. The Steelers from the 32. Roethlisberger was targeting Antonio Brown with that pass.
Sometimes when you have a player with this kind of talent, you're willing to put up with a few drop passes because when he catches it, he has a chance of going all the way.
The offense is going to stay on the field now for this 4th and 7. The Steelers have to get to the 25 to move the chains. The Steelers turn the ball over on downs. Getting deeper into this game, and that stop will put the offense in a great position to grab control of the game.
Absolutely. That's exactly what it does, Jim. Can the offense come on the field, make a few plays, try to find a way to score, and put the other team in a deep hole?
The Steelers lined up in the nickel.
The defensive line's all shifting to the right. They're going to try to find a way to pressure the quarterback.
Carson Palmer takes a look down from under center. First down at the 32. Ellington's going to secure the handoff.
Ellington's never able to build up that power that he has as a running back when there's nowhere to go. Hey, there's nowhere to go. That's a short game.
That last running play was good for only a yard, so it's second down and 9.
Get ready. 18-19. 7-19. Let's go. Let's go.
Palmer's got it in the gun. Ellington with the grab.
The Cardinals understand just get whatever yards you can every time you run a play. That's what they do that time. It's a short completion, but look what position it puts them here. In on third down, this is something they can handle.
Now looking at third down. Palmer's got 2 tight ends on the field for this snap. Ellington's taking the handoff.
That's what you want to do. Just get a first down, especially when you're on top. Keep the clock moving. Keep the defense guessing. Make them react instead of attack.
It's first down as they head to the line.
Let's go. Let's go. 95.
And now here's Ellington on the toss. Now they take the football onto the opponent's side of the field. Andre Ellington breaks this one for the long gainer.
Fits this offense out here in Arizona perfectly, doesn't it? Bruce Arians, the head coach, likes to throw the football down the field deep. And when you have a runner like Ellington, that is a great match.
Toss to the outside. Ellington is tackled down.
The Cardinals offense, they know it's more than just about their defense. The offense did a good job that time picking up the first down. That's what you want to do. You got a small lead in the second half. Keep getting those first downs and eat that clock up.
They're able to move the chains after that last run. The corners are going to meet the receivers right on the line of scrimmage. First down at the 46. Williams got it on the toss. And Gaze all over that offense and brings him down. They hurry to the line of scrimmage.
Quarterback likes what he sees out there outside. He's changing the play with the wide receiver.
2nd and 12.
Deep to Larry Fitzgerald. Wow, what a catch.
The Cardinals step to the line to begin the 4th quarter after a big gainer to close out the 3rd.
Jim, the offensive coordinator's done a terrific job so far here today. He's got his team winning. They're in the red zone. Let's see how clever he's going to be on this call.
Let's see what they do on 1st down following that huge play.
Flip to the outside.
Williams brought down after picking up 11 on this play.
1st down by the offense in the red zone. And, you know, if you're on the defensive side, you don't have to worry about deep passes anymore. You can be more aggressive and take some chances.
Playing press coverage to the outside. First and goal from the 7.
And Williams is handed the football. Williams brought down after picking up just a yard.
They're going to the hurry.
Let's go, let's go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
The wide receiver shifting around in motion.
2nd and goal from the 6. They're going to run it on the toss. Jams it across the goal line for the touchdown. That touchdown may have given them all the points they need to put this game away, partner.
Well, they've controlled it almost from start to finish, Jim, so that drive was impressive. Now let's see if their defense can just finish it off. If I had to guess, I like their chances.
The point after is good.
The Steelers set to return the kick.
He's not going to test the coverage this time. It'll come out to the 20. The Steelers found themselves in good position the last time they had the ball, but chose to go for it on 4th down instead of bringing out the field goal unit, and that proved to be costly.
Yeah, they got to remember who they're going against on the defensive side. This defensive coordinator is smart. He knows all these situations, and he guessed right with the offensive coordinator.
Boy, for as well as they drove the ball down the field the last time they had it, only to come up empty on that 4th down stop. How is this offense going to react on this drive?
I don't know. I can tell you from it.
Pass is intercepted.
Nice job of the defense that time. In position, they read the quarterback's eyes, and it led to an interception.
The Cardinals offense heading back onto the field to start the drive after the result of their last possession was a touchdown. You think they've got another one in them, partner?
Oh, I absolutely do. I mean, just look at it. They got a good football team. The quarterback has great confidence and talent, and you put those things together, that makes you good. It makes you dangerous, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him march down there again. Quarterback sees something in his defense he wants to take advantage of.
First down at the 47.
Bud Dupree with the sack.
It is truly a bonus when you can take your outside linebacker and let him rush the quarterback and he can get a sack. Nice job that time by the outside linebacker.
The Cardinals snap it at the 41. They have this one covered up, and it's going to set them back for a loss.
Well, when you get in situations like this, 3rd long, you got to be smart on the offensive side. Yeah, I know you want to pick up the 1st down, but don't force it, because if you do, it'll probably lead to a turnover.
Third down on the way. Looks like they're in press coverage here. The Cardinals need to get to the 43 to pick up a first. Ellington on the screen.
Gonna take it home for the touchdown.
And that touchdown could have officially put this one out of reach.
Well, if it's not out of reach, it'll take two miracles to get back in this game by the defensive side. My gosh, they just gave up that time. They let the offense march down there and just score a touchdown that put this game out of reach.
The Cardinals getting ready for the kickoff. It's Boykin with the return. And the tackle's made right around the 25-yard line.
The Steelers offense back on the field trying to make up for that costly mistake. The last time they had the ball, the turnover they committed immediately turned into points against them.
Yeah, it did, Jim, but you know what? It's not a perfect game. You got to deal with adversity when you're talking about football. So you made that mistake, let it go, and go out there, be aggressive, and see if you can score some points.
First down at the 25. Roethlisberger sends it to Bell. Credit Darrell Washington with that tackle. No huddle time.
Roethlisberger takes the snap from the gun.
Got a flag.
That penalty is, of course, going to be accepted by the defense. This will be second down.
Let's go now. 230.
Out of the shotgun. Roethlisberger going down the field. Intercepted. Press coverage all the way.
Right now. 295. Regular. Regular. Sally 19. Sally 19. Sally 19. Sally 19. Sally 19.
First down at the 21. And Fitzgerald's going to pull in the bullet pass. We'll go no huddle.
Blue 58.
First down at the 48. Toss to the outside. And here we have second down.
Look out, they're changing the play to take advantage of something they see on the defensive side.
Gresham can't bring it in. That'll probably go as a drop.
Well, in a situation like this, third long, there's only a few things you can do. Screens always are good and safe. Draw plays are also a safe call. But if you're going to throw it, most of the time you throw it short and hope the receiver can catch it and make a run afterwards.
Third and forever. Completion to Fitzgerald. The Cardinals continue to pass the football, and when they have, they've looked in one familiar direction. Fitzgerald's been the top target, and he's been very strong in this game.
The offense, what a tremendous design they've had here today. They've had many ways to get this football to the wide receiver, and he has done a good job of taking advantage of it.
2 minutes remaining in the game. It's now second down. The corners are going to meet the receivers right on the line of scrimmage.
Blue 58. Blue 58.
to Williams. Nowhere to go as this will be a loss of 3. Timeout won't be used here. They'll go to the hurry. They're in the hurry-up mode. The Cardinals from the 27. This will be ruled incomplete. Didn't get the feet down.
The Cardinals don't have a lot of options on 3rd and long situations. The pass goes incomplete, and the defense did a good job of staying back there and not giving up the deep throw.
Going for it on 4th down. Playing press coverage to the outside. The Cardinals come to the line. The first down marker is at the 16. Palmer's back in shotgun formation. The Cardinals get a first down.
Got to have a lot of courage to call these type of plays, don't you, Jim? And at that time, even though this team is winning, the coach decides to go for it on 4th down. Good play call, and they make it work.
Palmer's completion percentage, 80% on the day.
Get ready. Blue 95. Blue 95.
First down and 10. Ellington's going to take the handoff now.
Jim, no surprise there. You got the lead. It's late in the game. You run the football, make that clock keep ticking. And you go over these situations so many times in practice. You've got to manage the clock, know how much time you got left. They've done that well, and just keep running it.
Marching down the field and taking their time. Looks like they're in press coverage here. Ellington on the screen. He's brought down. That's going to bring up 4th down. The coach is going to go for it. Holding on to the timeout. They'll rush back to the line.
Now he's going to change the play. And look out. I think he's going to go down the field with the football.
Thomas is standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. And the catch is made by Larry Fitzgerald.
The Cardinals football team, man, they are deflated now. When you have a long drive like that on the offensive side and come away with no points because you go for it on 4th down, that is deflating.
Let's get the injury report from Danielle Bellini.
Guys, I just spoke with a Cardinals official. They're saying it's just a minor injury, so he should be back on the field pretty quickly.
The Steelers take the field on offense. They have been manhandled here throughout today, Phil. And what can they take out of these last few minutes that could be positive for them?
Well, you know, Jim, in a situation like this, there's really nothing you can do now that's going to make you feel better or give you something to carry over into next week. So don't be looking for it. Try to end the game, and just know today the team on the other side beat you up, and they were the better team.
Redding's tackled right at the 35. And a run back of only a couple. The Cardinals took care of business here today, Phil. And now you got to think they just want to run the clock, avoid any injuries, and get to that locker room as quickly as possible to celebrate.
Yeah, no question about it. They won the battle here today. They wore out this defense. The offense was absolutely tremendous. And you're right. Don't make a mistake now like a penalty, whatever. Let the clock run out so you can celebrate.
It's a 2 tight end formation. First down at the 35. And Fitzgerald's got the grab on the touch pass.
Nice situation here for the offense. They're winning the football game. Now they're in the red zone. Let's see if they can come up with a play that fools the defense.
So first and goal to come. Alvin Bud Dupree gets to the quarterback.
How about the defense on that play? They were not fooled. They see the pass coming. They get the penetration. They get to the quarterback quick. And that's a big sack down near the goal line.
For Phil Simms and all the crew at EA Sports, Jim Nance saying so long for now.
49ers Bills coming up on EA Sports. We welcome you to Orchard Park, New York for today's game.
Phil, we've got a couple of the best tight ends in the game on each sideline today, and they could be the difference makers.
You know, these tight ends, they can do it all. They're tremendous blockers for the running game. They got the speed to go down the field, and they got feet, Jim. You know, those quick feet, so even when they run those short routes, if there's man-to-man coverage, they're quick enough and shifty enough to still get away from the defender.
And with that kick, we're underway. And the tackle's made right around the 32-yard line. Press coverage all the way. Hyde takes his spot in the backfield. The 49ers from the 32. Toss to the outside. Vernon Davis is a playmaker from the tight end position.
Oh, he definitely is. The fastest tight end in the NFL. And now you take a quarterback with a big, strong arm like Colin Kaepernick, and you got to look out for Vernon Davis from start to finish.
Trying to power his way right up the middle. As we set now the defensive starters out of South Carolina, former first-round pick Stephon Gilmore.
Every NFL team needs about 3 or 4 cover corners, and there's no doubt Gilmore is a very good cover corner.
Big-time action by Reggie Bush. And they're really setting the tone here early with the big running play that time.
They took advantage, Jim, of a defense that's out of position. Nice job by the running back taking advantage of it, and he picks up big yards.
Touchdown, marching right down the field for an opening score. And Phil, what a way to make a statement by scoring so early in this game.
You know, Jim, I love making statements, and that's what this team did. They went out there and told the opposition, we are better, we're tougher, and take that.
Goodwin's going to test the coverage here. And that return ends rather quietly, short of the 20. Let's mark him at the 16.
The quarterback's picked up on something. He's changing the play here.
First down at the 16.
Tough catch.
And Eric Reed brings a halt to that last attempt. The 49ers call for the timeout. We'll take a break with them. We'll be right back after these messages. They come to the line of scrimmage at the 29. Taylor's all by himself in the backfield for this snap. The Bills have it at the 29. McCoy. This run goes nowhere. Stopped for a loss of 4. Second and long. Looking to go deep. And he knocks the ball out of his hands.
One player to watch on this Buffalo offense is running back LaShawn McCoy. One of the most talked about trades in the offseason, picked up from Philadelphia, Phil.
Yeah, I like the trade. Look, you're Rex Ryan. What do you want to do on the offensive side? You want to run the football, and why not go out and get one of the best running backs in the NFL?
Third and forever. Launching it deep. Reed makes the interception. Midway through the first quarter, and it's always a time where you're punching and counter-punching, and now they've got the pick and a chance to even score again.
Now, what would you know about punching and counter-punching, Jim? Were you a boxer at one time? It's amazing. You've done every sport, but you're right. They went out there. They did everything right. They've done everything right on both sides of the ball, and they're looking good.
Colin Kaepernick under center. Hyde in the backfield. Single back set.
Vernon Davis with the catch.
First and 10. Here's the handoff, and they'll run it. And that's a gain of 10.
You got to be big, strong. You got to be tough. And we saw all those qualities that time in that run. Look at the broken tackles.
First down here after the run. Hyde takes his spot in the backfield.
Doesn't like what he sees on the defensive side, so he is changing the play to the receivers by giving him hand signals.
McDonald's got it on a pass that had some heat.
Setting up now at the 44-yard line.
After the long gain, let's see what they do here. Kaepernick with the handoff. Hyde's tackled down at the 32.
Hyde's a very smart runner. He knows situations in the game. He saw the first down yard markers, and what does he do? He gets past them and picks up the first down.
Hyde in the backfield. Single back set.
Torrey Smith with the reception. From the 29-yard line.
The corners are going to meet the receivers right on the line of scrimmage. The 49ers come out at a two tight end set. Pass is made, but the hit knocks the ball out. Incomplete.
McDonald's one of those guys. If he drops a pass or makes a mistake on the field, he doesn't make excuses. He knows no matter what the circumstances are, if you get your hands on the football as a receiver in the NFL, everybody expects you to make the catch.
It's Bush in the backfield. The 49ers have it at the 29. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to fourth down.
Well, they call you an outside linebacker for a reason. That means you play outside and you stop the wide runs by the offense, and he did it that time. Good job. Makes the tackle.
The kick, and it's through there. The kick is good. And that'll send them into the second quarter with a decent lead here, Phil Simms.
Yeah, you know, Jim, and you got a little lead like this, and the quarter's about to change. Don't be overconfident, man, because there's a long way to go. You got to keep playing hard.
The Bills offense back on the field trying to make up for that costly mistake the last time they had the ball. The turnover they committed immediately turned into points against them.
Yeah, it did, Jim, but you know what? It's not a perfect game. You got to deal with adversity when you're talking about football. So you made that mistake, let it go, and go out there, be aggressive, and see if you can score some points. They're changing things here. The quarterback changing. He's giving the receiver some new instructions.
First down at the 20.
Heaving it down the field, and they can't connect.
I know you love this set of linebackers. Navarro Bowman, one of those right in the middle of the field.
Well, he's a linebacker, Jim. They can play all three downs. Good against the run and fast enough and athletic enough to cover tight ends and wide receivers over the middle.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Second down and 10. It's intercepted.
It's been all about the defenses today as we welcome you back to the action.
They're happy to begin this drive from this point.
And the second quarter is underway with this snap.
The Bills defensive coordinator, my gosh, he is one happy guy. Anytime you get in the backfield and stop a runner and make him lose yards, that's some good stuff.
The 49ers have, and they're all over him for the sack.
Well, that's the quarterback's fault. My gosh. The safety, that's who he is supposed to look at all times when he's under center and when he drops back. He takes his eyes off of him, and what happens? Well, he gets sacked. Well, it's a game of chances in the NFL. It's third down. The defensive coordinator said, let's get after this quarterback. He sends the extra guys. He blitzes him, and they get there before the quarterback can't react. The 49ers decided to go for it on fourth down that time, and hey, it didn't pay off. And, of course, the coach, look at him now. He is second-guessing his decision.
The Bills will try to put a little drive together and not give the football away, Phil, as each team seems to treat it like it's a hot potato.
Well, sometimes it is a hot potato. Did you know back in 1985, Jim, I set a record for fumbles in a...
In stride, and he's home for the touchdown. And with that touchdown, they're not that far off the lead here early in quarter number 2.
Oh, hey, Jim, it turned everything around. Now they're right back in this football game, and, hey, they can get some confidence and start playing better on both sides of the ball.
The 49ers in kickoff return formation.
They're setting up the return. And he is tackled down at the 38-yard line. That return's good for about 15. The 49ers offense getting ready to start this drive. I'm sure they're having a hard time letting go of what happened last time when they had the football across midfield and field goal range and failed to come away with any points.
Look, I like the fact that they went for it on fourth down. What I disagree with was the play call. It was it didn't give the quarterback enough options, and that's why it failed.
But you still agree that they should have gone for it?
Absolutely.
Running room. Williams is there to make the tackle.
The 49ers offensive line will be whooping it up tomorrow when they watch this play in the film room. What a good job by them. Excellent planning and awesome execution.
Bush lines up as the single back here. And the give to Reggie Bush.
Reggie Bush for many years has been showing everybody he can do more than just catch the pass and run outside. He can do everything. That's a nice run by Reggie Bush.
Playing press coverage to the outside. Here they come back to the line after picking up over 20 yards on that last play.
First and goal to go. Hines force it across for the touchdown.
Oh, you just love it as a quarterback. You get down in there and it's first and goal. If you score, now you don't have to sweat the fact that, man, what are we going to do if it gets to third down? You don't have to worry about it. Good run, nice touchdown.
Extra point was good.
The Bills are ready to return the kickoff.
Goodwin's got it. And he's out across the 20 and tackled at the 21. The Bills offense preparing to get this drive underway. Their last possession ended in a touchdown. Phil, let's see if they can do it again.
Very well done. Loved what I saw out there on the offense the last time. They mixed it up and they showed a lot of confidence. You can see the speed of the football team and try to duplicate what they just did.
The 49ers will come out in the dime. First down at the 21. Going deep. He robs him of the interception. He turns around and defends the pass.
Coming up, second down.
Launches it down the field. With the contact, the ball comes out.
Well, I think it's important for the defense. Anytime it's a third and long situation for the offense to know where those first down markers are, give a little ground, and make sure you're able to come up and make the tackle short of the first down marker.
3rd and 10. Looking at every option. The pass is off the mark, and that's a 3 and out.
Well, the quarterback that time tried to squeeze it into tight coverage, but no can do. The coverage is too good, and the football falls incomplete.
4th down and 10, and they're going to go for it. Quarters formation here for the defense. The wide receiver in motion.
The quarterback, he's changing the play with the wide receiver with those hand signals.
The Bills turn the ball over on downs.
The Bills go for it on 4th down, and they do not get it done. Now it's up to their defense to bail them out.
The 49ers offense taking the field again. They got everything they could out of that last possession, Phil. A solid touchdown drive.
Yeah, what a productive day so far for the offense. They're mixing it up well. They got confidence. The quarterback's throwing it well. This is a very good game so far.
Breaks out of that one. Hyde's tackled down at the 15.
Running backs in the NFL now, it's hard to bring them down. That time, nice job of breaking the tackle.
Halfway through the 2nd quarter.
And that gains 1. He's averaging right around 7 yards per carry on the game. Third and 3 coming up. Looks like they're in press coverage here. Hyde in the backfield. Single back set. He'll get it again. He's brought down. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Hyde's trying to find a way to pick up that short yardage situation on 3rd down, but the defense does an outstanding job, on especially the defensive line. Nowhere to run and no 1st down.
Halftime, 2 minutes away. The 49ers getting set for the kickoff. Harvin's going to make the fair catch this time.
The Bills really let it all hang out the last time they had the ball, Phil. They went for it on 4th down to their own territory. Let's see if they're a little more conservative with this possession.
Well, you know, it's amazing. I want to say really a good defensive call by the defensive coordinator, but let's be honest, when you're backed up and you go for it on 4th down situation like that, anybody could have made that call, so just a bad decision on the offensive side.
If there was a beat writer covering this coach, what do you think the headline would be tomorrow in his story?
It'd probably be the first time I've ever agreed with the beat writer.
That's a timeout by the defense. Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one. Tight ends in motion here. First down at the 20. And he makes the catch. No, the ball comes out. The ball is knocked out of his hands. And now they'll try over again on 2nd down. Taylor's going to take the snap from the shotgun. Incomplete, almost going in the other direction.
Tough situation you found yourself in. 3rd and long, you're losing the football game. There are not many plays here that are going to pick up the 1st down, so be careful here. Don't be too aggressive. If you're too aggressive, you will make a mistake.
Quarters formation here for the defense.
Quarterback likes what he sees out there outside. He's changing the play with the wide receiver.
McCoy has the catch. And now we'll be on the other side of the 50 after this play.
Good job by the offense going the hurry-up offense. You do this to get the plays in, but also you want to conserve the timeouts.
Down the field. Throws it in the end zone. Touchdown. touchdown right before halftime. And, Phil, perhaps that momentum will carry over to the second half.
Shoot, it changed everything, didn't it? I mean, look at them. They're excited, and just how you and I are looking at the game is going to change, or has changed quite a bit. What a job finding a way to get a touchdown and get this game close. They wanted more excitement, more tension, more decision-making. It's the second guess in the NFL, and now they're going to have it. This two-point conversion, more teams are going to do it because they don't want to kick the extra point from the 15-yard line.
He'll have a chance to take off. He is tackled at the 40-yard line. That return's good for about 11.
The 49ers back on the field with their offense now. They've scored on each of their last 2 drives and have to be feeling pretty confident right now at the start of this one.
Yeah, it is amazing what the mind can do sometimes on the football field. You go out there and you score, and you feel like nothing can stop you. So it would not be surprised to see him to go out there and have success again.
Almost to the 40 at the 39-yard line.
Reggie Bush is in the backfield. Second down and 11. Toss play here to Bush. Third down now.
Jim, a good decision here by the coaches to go into hurry-up offense right before halftime. You want to get as many plays off as you can before the halftime whistle blows.
They bring back out the offense to go for it. Press coverage all the way. The 49ers from the 32. Looking long to Torrey Smith.
The Bills have put up the points. It's just they can't stomp anybody to this point, Phil.
Yeah, you're right. Defense has been bad. And the offensive side, the offensive line, they have been so dominant. Can this offensive line keep dominating the way they have? I think they can. Go out there, keep calling those plays, and try to find a way to score.
They send the tight end in motion. Taylor's going to take it from the gun. Looking for Percy Harvin, but it falls incomplete.
Got to give this secondary credit. In this passing league now, it's hard to make plays, but a good play there and another incomplete pass.
Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one. 2nd and 10. As Watkins. The Bills, 1 timeout remaining.
Another name for the fly route, the go route. It's a streak. And that means they want you to be a blue streak, run as fast as you can, get by that defense, and make a big play. Quarterback sees something in his defense he wants to take advantage of.
Makes the catch. Touchdown. Phil, they have the lead now here late in the second thanks to that touchdown, and they should have it, in fact, when we go to the intermission.
Oh, now you see in the future, huh? So you know those things. I'm just kidding, of course, Jim. Like to have a little fun with you every once in a while. But, hey, nice drive by the offense. That puts them in a great frame of mind going into halftime here soon.
Ellington's running this one out. Able to move past the 20 and brought down at the 23.
The 49ers offense is back on the field, Phil. Of course, their last drive ended with that very curious decision to go for it on 4th down in their own territory.
Well, I just wonder, what is it with the coach that he just hates the word punt? Because it was an obvious punting situation, and you go for it, so you're going to pay the price for making bad decisions.
Yeah, what were they thinking there?
Well,
And they get the sack.
that's an excellent job by the defense. Just gets quick penetration in there, hits the quarterback, and gets the sack. That clock keeps moving. What a job by the defense in this situation.
The corners are going to meet the receivers right on the line of scrimmage. Kaepernick's off the mark there. Incomplete.
There are a lot of ways to attack cover two. You can go deep down the middle where neither the safeties are, or if a linebacker covers somebody deep down the middle, then throw it short underneath the defense.
That last pass incomplete, and it brings up third down.
It's Bush in the backfield. The 49ers have to get to the 33 for a first. Smith's got it on a pass that had something taken off of it. The 49ers signal for the timeout, and they have none remaining.
First down following the long play.
Look out, they're changing the play to take advantage of something they see on the defensive side. Wants to go deep.
And intercepted.
Tackles made. We've reached the intermission, and soon we'll be sending you to Larry Ridley, who's going to break down all the first half highlights as we send it to Orlando in a moment. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
With this kick, the second half is underway.
Goodwin's taking a knee here, so the ball will be spotted at the 20.
The Bills will be trying to make it 3 successful drives in a row as they retake the field here on offense, partner.
They got a great feeling from the offense so far. In other words, they're confident, they feel good, so you need to keep calling plays that keeps the offensive players in a positive frame of mind. You do that, hey, I wouldn't be surprised to see him march down here and score again.
Second half gets rolling now as he takes the snap.
No time to huddle now. The corners step back. Second down and a long way to go. Got hit on release.
Interesting situation here for the offense. They got a lead here in the second half, but it's third and long. And you always like to say, the football is in the hands of the quarterback, so he has to be smart. If he tries to force it down the field, I do not like his chances.
Third and a long way to go. Takes the hit and throws.
The Bills really don't have much of a chance of picking up this first down. It's third and long. Of course, the defense is looking for passes down the field. They're all over everything, and the pass goes incomplete.
Going for it on fourth down.
The Bills get set at the line, needing to get to the 30 for a first.
Going for the home run.
What a catch. He's in the clear.
Nobody was going to catch him there. Touchdown.
What we've seen here today so far, if the receiver gets open, this big quarterback, he is going to throw it in there right on target. Another touchdown throw. What a day.
The Bills getting set now for the extra point. Inside of the uprights. Dan Carpenter readying his team for the kickoff.
Ellington's got it on the return. And the tackle is made. The offense will start their drive from about the 31.
The 49ers are set to take the field again on offense after a crazy sequence that didn't go their way. That turnover led to turnover points. And now let's see if the offense can get that back, Phil.
Yeah, listen, I know they're going to be motivated because after they turned the football over last time, the coaches took them to the sideline and just gave them heck. That's for sure. That's a good way of seeing it. So motivation, can't make those kind of mistakes. You've got to go out there and be much better.
The 49ers snap it at the 31.
Looking for some daylight up the middle.
Johnson's there to make the stop.
Running backs, they love counter runs. They know when a defense has been over pursuing, so they make that fake one way, and when they cut it back, there's usually a great running lane there.
Playing press coverage to the outside. Empty backfield look for Kaepernick here. The 49ers take it from the 38. Intercepted.
That was an awesome job by the defense. They just read the quarterback's eyes. They got in position, and they made the interception.
The Bills couldn't have asked for this third quarter to have gone any better for them than it has so far, as they've just continued to do what they were doing in the first half, up and down the field.
Oh, man, they kept the pedal to the metal, man. They are letting it go. They're being aggressive, and they're trying to end this game right here.
The Bills will take the snap from the 45. Taylor's pass will go for an incompletion this time.
Quarterbacks love to see a receiver have this type of play. Even though he doesn't make the catch, the effort is outstanding, and he's given everything he has to make that catch.
Looking long. Pass is intercepted. That brings the play to an end.
Good job that time by the defense. Not being fooled, being in position. When you're in position, you have a chance to make the play. That time they did. They got the interception.
Looks like they're in press coverage here. The 49ers come out in a bunch set. They'll run it here. Hines marked down at the 41. They're going to the hurry-up offense, and they're back to the line quickly. The 49ers snap it at the 41.
The grab by Vernon Davis.
Hyde in the backfield. Single back set. 1st and 10. He's hit as he throws it. Kaepernick will be taking this one from the gun. Kaepernick's got it in the gun. And there's Bolden. Now they take the football onto the opponent's side of the field.
Anquan Bolden, big, strong as a wide receiver in the league, knows how to run those underneath routes as well as anybody.
Midway into the third. To Davis. He'll pick up 7 this time.
Nice job that time by the defense, knowing the situation. Go ahead and let the quarterback complete the pass. Just make sure you come up and make the tackle before the first down. Good job. 4th down coming up.
They bring in the extra tight end. The 49ers snap it at the 41. The 49ers turn the ball over on downs.
The 49ers that time go for it on 4th down, and they fail. I did not understand the decision, but you got to make sure your team doesn't get down from that. You got to keep them up.
Press coverage all the way. Taylor's got no one behind him, just a quarterback waiting for the snap.
Now he's going to change the play, and look out. I think he's going to go down the field with the football.
Down the field. What a catch. Taking it all the way home for the touchdown.
At this point in the game, midway through the third, that touchdown has them on the brink of putting this game away.
And they're starting to put their mark on this game, Jim, and you just got to be careful. Don't let it get away from you right here. Find a way to go out there and score on the offensive side and get back into this football game.
The 49ers in kickoff return formation. And a flag comes out. First down at the 40.
Airing it out. He's picked off again. There have been many mistakes for this offensive unit through the first 3 quarters, and now they add an interception to the list.
Yeah, you make all these mistakes during a football game, you're going to lose confidence, and that's what we see right now on the offensive side. No confidence. Go back to the basics. Start all over again. That's the best thing you can do.
LaShawn McCoy with a nice piece of running on that play.
That's an awesome job by the offense picking up this first down here in the second half. They've got a big lead. It's not about scoring anymore. It's just about milking that clock, and that is an art, and this team is good at it.
The Bills will come out in the pistol. Quarters formation here for the defense. Brooks is all over the ball carrier.
The 49ers guessed right on the defensive side that time. They thought it was going to be a run play. They were all over it, and they got it in the backfield and made the tackle. The quarterback's picked up on something. He's changing the play here.
Play clock's running down. And it's incomplete. Just can't hold on that time.
That incompletion by the quarterback, hey, I give the quarterback no fault. That was just tremendous coverage by the secondary player. He's in position and able to make the football be incomplete.
Taylor's ready for the snap. Empty backfield. Third down and 7. Looking long. And it's incomplete.
Well, they always say if you get your hands on the football, you got to make the catch. Yeah, right. The guy that made that rule up wasn't getting hit as he was trying to catch the football. Nice hit that time by the defender.
Tight end in motion. Trying to beat the play clock. From the shotgun. The Bills turn the ball over on downs.
Well, your team's trailing in the second half, and it's 4th down. Situation, the defense has got to rise up, and they did it that time. They get the play, stop the offense, and they get off the field.
Here they come to the 41-yard line.
Hyde's lined up in a single back formation.
Doesn't like what he sees on the defensive side, so he is changing the play to the receivers by giving him hand signals.
The corners are going to meet the receivers right on the line of scrimmage. The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. Hyde's taken down at the 26. They're going to the hurry. Back to the line now. 2nd and 9. Looking to go down the field here. It'll be 3rd down. We'll have one more play before the quarter expires. Brings it into his body. And he's tackled, but not until he picked up the first down.
I know they need a lot of breaks to maybe win this football game. In the red zone now, they got to get in the end zone quick.
The final quarter begins with this snap. That's second down coming up. Playing press coverage to the outside. The 49ers all bunched up here as they get set at the line. Tosses the football. Johnson's there to make the tackle.
Play number 6 coming up on this drive. Now the offense in their hurry up. 3rd and 8. And he's taken down.
Well, that time the quarterback is sacked on the 3rd down, and that's, of course, that's bad. But the good thing is he did not try to force the football down the field and get the turnover.
The coach is going to go for it.
Another interception. He's brought to a halt early in the 4th, and if there was ever a thought of a miracle comeback, that interception pretty much ended it.
Yeah, you know, I'm not sure they ever thought there's going to be a miracle comeback in this game. It's been bad all day long. I actually feel bad for them throwing that interception because they just can't seem to do anything right on the offensive side.
Going for the deep ball. Incomplete.
Quarterback has a strong arm, but I am starting to question his touch. Need a little more touch on those deep passes. That time he overthrows the receiver.
The 49ers come out in a dime package. Here comes the wide receiver in motion.
They're changing things here. The quarterback changing. He's giving the receiver some new instructions.
Darnell Dockett has the sack. No time to waste. They hurry to the line. No bump coverage here. Corners backing up. The Bills need to get to the 27 to pick up a first.
Intercepted. He's brought down. This one is well out of reach, and that's more of a moral victory for this defense than anything else.
Well, it's a good moral victory. Anytime you get an interception, make the other team make a mistake, that is